one day. Tanya what TV give me a brand here. So far what to you. One day. No be 3 days. One day. No matter you are. One day. Tanya what TV give me a brand here. So far what to you. One day.
Boy, when the Shea Top Boom Plays 2020 most streamed artist list. Oh, you are? Yasi ayanyum tuni Stonebwoy any Wendy Shea and ofano abefo baby a opese utie nyum and apese share be a music videos in your car can obetimi akwa say ba akwa friend Boom Play na Boom Play wo hoye omu 2020 anyom tufo e bia womodi omu enyuma di gu ho no mse a amanfo call ye pa womu patronize womu di akire womu hwe womu tie ye no yasi aye Stonebwoy no di kane na Wendy Shea enso ebon homodin awon so eto aso no mse anyom tufo mienu we no tese otimi se nyama ko ye mo party otimi se afie dia bam se efa no enyom to se ye di gu streaming platforms in your car account me say Stonebwoy say ko ye man pass say yawada ye di Stonebwoy hon komo aye ka say ye CC ya de YouTube ninyum ni latest ye single bi order to honum say activate no ni padodo ma ahwe bro be 1 million ye chira che say ye kan ko 2 million kra na ye chire nti YouTube say yes afie no ko ye manyum to ni Stonebwoy papa enya asem ketwa na okenkan story na nkasa. Saying there, Kwasi, African music streaming service Boomplay has released the list of most streamed artists on its platform for the year 2020. Dancehall artist Stonebwoy is leading the most streamed male artist list for the third time in a row. The top Kanka first took the spot in 2018 and followed through in 2019. This year, he beat two of his biggest competitors, Sarkodie, who came in second, and Shatawale, who came in third. And two teams, yes, Stonebwoy pa 2018, yes, Boomplay one or top year 2019, so 2020, so and two teams say, "I'm for any Stonebwoy and Yomono." Any Ninuma would go a boom play any other streaming platforms now. Or more air shepa, your bona basu want to say. But so what is the secret? Stoneboy, maybe you have to come here one of these days and tell us. Adia wo ya ema ko ye ma sama man for so share when you move videos and you mutie ni sa. There is no proper record label in Ghana. They all work like management. Easy, baby. And what can I say? Tuni easy no say Ghana hanum say no obasisi apa say bia record label I can't say record label pass bia company bia tini okay company dey record label omo boa na bia nyom to phone na say womo nyuma womo hwe na omo topiti no omo yesi say oh twa Ghana hanum say you need record label bia hanum say omo yes so called record label ni na management label just say I say bia management say obo atoto niam bi na sana betimi afred but say okay say bia we your record label as in the structures system and structures of a proper record label no there or say Ghana hanum say you need bi hanum say sisia nyomtuni easy no kan say the various entertainment web pages na me dey ego on say na e bi we say timi kwa ma no so na ya ginchiche mu kakra enti ya shase na ya interviews kakra na ba studio no hanum say na mpanyfo atena si na enkomodie no so ashase sabre don kwa ba pansima edunkno make out say eye capfam fo adaroma no maso ya sen oti enka capfam so de unim so ma hwehwe ope phone so papa pa na phone sa bai eno an ye didi adwuma nia ne bo no da form a obetimi anya eye kama quality a eno an capfam electronics so to say bia TV fridge electronics bia blenders gas cookers air conditioners ni aka ni nyina no ope eye capfam branch bia ben bia na che so we ni kire honum sia wonsa ebetimi akabi na yakwa ama no so trigmatic ninsemu a aba betodwe yene no eni eho enkomo na yanyi nchechem kakra trigger da simu akwa baba Peace FM so ewie
aweti me da se me cha o telefone
na ensamba ya 9B headlines 9B Ghana radio makes you feel like we have only 4 artists. Bakunso I was say majority of our airplay has non-Ghanaian songs. And we so say my plan is not to have my music played on radio every day. And Bakunso I say I hate that we make our listeners look like unintelligent people. In 7 nyina no meba na majinchichi mo onu say adkunti ama ebi asankomo we die nyina ba be headlines. But I understand say where you fufuro bi mo friend saying EP I just say eba bontin sanity trick
mpacho ai sanity
boy mu sa EP mo kan sa na ya yen hye nim nyam pesa mu che eno ne den
extended play but acquire collection of a album but nyuma was no insane about album and kasaso
okay
ana mekano na enye and to say like a full collection it's an album all the tracks there 12 and 13 and 21 normally no numbers there up to about 7 and I say 8 between 6 and 8 and you may want to normally a shop
okay and who EP no do send also no
6 and you 6 na also
in now okasa ye shorter said ye bia in terms of the duration of your songs no and now okasa ye short na the episode
duration no and yet that long
okay
yeah album with me the up to about 4 to 5 minutes
okay so okay and EP no ya mo ye no be duration be then 2 minutes and 1 minute and saying
between maybe 2 to 2 minutes 40 seconds you can go up to about 3 minutes but okay. Then depending on the type of song.
Okay. So but ya mo de EP any sempa. De entina ya na mo ye now we hear oh I am doing my EP listening. I'm doing my EP listening in the account. De ane butai ntia mo ye ne sound.
Okay, me is the my main reason is because me wa album me release it and me release in the last year which was also nominated for Ghana Music Awards, no. Into we are going to so.
Okay.
And then also, as a management or label, you decided that with we can do a number of EPs. You bet media other underground artists into share EP ways so apart from be a papi kojoni walas, Omomaka and Kofa the Nimomo. And the idea is to also decentralize it into Western region. Generally, I may say release another EP from Ashanti region, and I can't call all those ones albums. And see, because the main album will definitely come again.
Okay. So, in Chasiapasi, said the idea for a EP we are with the piano is opese obwa artists are ebia yenimomo yentiomo can and then the reason Anna.
Yeah, and then one of the main reasons, and then also producers, because we may use to produce a beer or popular, and I mean you sue or more movie crona gasaso. If you can't make fair EP no pipe no, it be a very recorded, I may highlight it neighborhood no. Yeah, as the title of the EP.
So the reason for the title pipe no na sichire na wo ka chere no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So apart from pipe one or the title now, I'll say that's no. Dian bisa also.
Give me that. Any papi kojo, and I'm a war a child Joe, any ISM, and I'm a young lady be on friend Ima, many logo ligi, any one other song, and a diplomatic chief, and open tracker, mede walasi torso.
Okay.
Because of the nature of song, you know, and I'm misunderstood, and me pay. But produce that in your mo sweet and a long beat.
Okay.
Omni now what takade.
Okay. And omo new producer sana episode che.
Omo up and coming producers. Though a few songs for people, they are not so big.
So I mean for omo muti da be na yes IP is it say enyum we gina now why ye ma ebia why EP nti e wa bonten amanfo pa ometimi nya bietie from the various streaming platforms senator.
Currently, me release EP on Sunday, near my birthday. Me release EP on the 13th of December.
Okay.
As I say, were all music streaming sites. Call Spotify, Apple Music. I think it was trending as number 6. It was Uptown Music, which is a local platform. And it was Boom Play. And the numbers are not looking bad at all.
Okay.
You can get it from there.
Interesting. I mean, Boom Play story back will be what I'm saying. So when Okan said Boom Play, numbers now not looking bad. But so far, Nipa do say maybe or Masha no patronize what I'm saying.
Okay, I would have to check, but within a week, we've already moved past the thousands.
Okay.
So I would have to check the exact number. And not quite my manager capture a picture or the send me. Yeah.
Belated happy birthday to you too. So Kwasi na yo awoda.
Yes. Thank you.
Right, so let's get to the issues Nintia your friend in particular. Na MSN Komodidia woni ETV Ghana 4D me boy. And has made a lot of headlines. Now, yan shas yan fi radio for DA so na men kan boom. One breath me who said majority of our airplays has non-Ghanaian songs. Story in Eka. In another breath, there's this story too that says Ghana radio makes you feel like we have only 4 artists. So, what did me know Buma? Dear Pane in Chichim na something say.
Okay, I think sir, presenter ni bisa me say, not me no program be a friend skills and thrill. For underground musicians, especially alternative music. And beside me say why, those people. And my reason is because I'm also an alternative musician. And Michelle Omo Eto Salina often we don't pay attention to them. And it's not their fault either because they are trying the best they can. As musicians, the most of it is to create and to probably assist in the promotion of your song. But I won't mean so much. That platform was for that. And then I went on to say, because most of these people are forced to now conform and do music and then when it doesn't go well, then some of them, out of frustration, they decide to, like, their careers go downside. And I'm logged on to a system, a radio monitor system. You see me who is monitoring at least about 60% of radio stations in Ghana. And I have the logins. I can still send your production some of the way it be. And logging in to me who in real time and you might have number of times I have. Now me check in and it even shows you who has the biggest market shares on the local market. And yet monitoring system and monitor Ghana to me the monitor. I think it monitors Nigeria, South Africa, Ethiopia, and a few other African countries. And me chairman of me who say Ghana, I know majority, and I want to enjoy the most airplay thing in Naye. Majority of Nigerian songs. Then comes in a little bit of foreign songs, from the Americas and co. Before our local play. In fact, last time I checked here, Nipa or enjoy airplay the most from Ghana was Stoneboy. So I'm not surprised that the streaming numbers no say the Mukai and also Ecosro. And you could tell even Emami, I think I once called Obiseya Mikache and said, don't think say you're more because when I check the system, I realized that even the names that we feel say are big, they are not the ones that are always played across the radio scope, And these were my observations, and I was telling the presenter, it's not so good because the same way Ocean Nigeria for Diana, Omo is dominated by Nigerian songs. Ocean South Africa is dominated by South African songs. Na Omache and Kakrebi. So we don't get equal share. So they are more much attention. So I was speaking for everybody who's a manager, who's an artist, because you are putting in money. Maybe I make say, when I see some videos, I love it, I like it, but I always pray, say, the money they put in, they get it back. I doubt if they get it back. Because it's an investment. Ocean Kekesebia, we say, out of keeping relevance in tea, let me keep pumping in 50,000, 100,000 for a music video. It's not bad, but you're not getting it back. And if you're not getting it back, that's bad investment.
Okay, I see.
So that was what the way was about.
Right. So before I make also busan sem pese question obuam na metiase ade bia wo kan o say o ye alternative musician. So you can so be alternative music na mo am alternative musician and for there no cheche.
O to say we music and the one that it varies depending on the country. To say we are music in a country where the kind of music is not the one that's commercially accepted on a large scale. In Tiafani, we are new soul, Afro jazz, Afro fusion. And then you might type ball or radio so you may not radio may not favor you that much, or the commercial market may not favor you that much. But as a more niche market, be
okay.
Yeah.
Now, who can be about a monitoring system? Be also monitoring system. Ben, no.
A promo radio monitor. So we join union via. Omo access to that. Say be a one kasa su be hu. Say be a see a man report via. If it's not a piece about 15, it's a system. So they log us in and you Biana have access to it. So they log us in to check or monitor our
Union Bernard join. The reason why I'm able to is because I'm sure so you can I'm saying one of the issues about Ghana radio stations, your born log, there's no system to track or to monitor, to actually track. I mean, that would be the word. Say, omnibe husoki, me trigmatic nyom, me no ebia duration saying. Sadia no binu I'm saying, and then to be brainy gamro, which maybe is a body supposed or responsible to do that. Besine won't mean yeah. So I'm surprised that an individual musician is able to have a system or to me track it to the extent say utimi can say Ghana anyom to 4 by 9 pena they be omunyum dominate even with anyom to 4 9 cry no Stoneboy near born anyom pa but Ghana radio ufa Ghana radio usha and omwa ya bo omunyum pa ya Nigeria for I'm curious say individual who crowd will be bisa na gamro ni bibisa. Tell us more about this particular system. My own system, Cree.
Okay, we are from a South African company, and I said, was signed to maybe a Samro as to say they go forward Gamro, no. So was signed to Samro, who publisher or South Africa. As a musician, you have the right to check and know if you are working if they are working on that platform. Ghana, I will be from good music. They have that system. All these people need is a partnership. So I'm going to partnership with Gamma, which is the body now. Gamma can give them the license to do this tracking and logging. Play Africans who are the same system. I'm going to Ghanaian companies. But we know the Mimi woman friend radio monitor, South African.
Okay. Right, very interesting. This revelation said Ghana radio stations, you born Nigeria and you sing Ghana for Ankasa. I'm sure say me I'm one kaka because me feel say Sabre womi ebra ye Ghana and power radio stations, but from now is on the contrary say enya sanity.
To a large extent, I mean, I say, share numbers and to say, would compare if I say Nigerian markets, no way, and you say, yeah, I can meet Kamo, and yes, I can meet Bia, and I can meet trail in real time. Maybe born in the natural, it's Mima up to Enuma, maybe I will go on a large show. Oh boy, the Enuma bought from 90s, I bet anytime I was the boy. So the numbers are there. It's not like Mabumi Chimuna, maybe Eka, or Minya can but Sana the next year. So
and System A has all Ghanaian radio stations.
It has majority. That's what I said. It has about 60%.
60,
including other regions.
60%.
Yes.
Do you think that idea of 60% enough for us to be a conclude or draw that conclusion? Say.
Opposition can 40% and draw conclusion.
Okay.
But 60 there. And that means the majority of the radio stations we have in this country.
Okay.
Survey no air on majority. I say, if we are survey na our studio na we 5 near link of 4-3 akasa. Now one particular result. It, unless they are obi machine and a different system, so much different results, they are fine.
Okay.
This is that's what I'm saying, that this is what I have seen.
Okay. Now, if I be no story no can say by artists by 9, also Ghana radio stations are artists by 9 bina 10 bia and I say bia because of more Ghana Hanum saying because of more promo nyum na bia tin be artists 9 by no why na also Ghana radio stations according to monitor no. Yes, what was Stoneboy doing? I don't know. What was Stoneboy doing?
Stoneboy doing me body can radio monitor na.
Yeah, and I mean, I said radio monitor no ti artist for 9 banner. Ya bo mo nyumpa no.
And you say no to me from my little experience, I would not mention names. I would rather hold on to names. But I mean, what I'm trying to say is marketing as open as it used to be. One would say, I may be young, but I was on radio from at least 2000. And at the time, culture, me baby meet, And now, and you say DJ boy, it wasn't so much about mix. Ultimately, information crowd about musician, and all those things. And the music was all round. It wasn't one-sided. And yes, mix. I'm looking at just the BPMs and everything. Ultimately, we kakaunya hip hop, kakaunya high life, kakra, wenya hip life, kakra. It was obianya ne. But this time, no shemwa. And like I said, it favors just a few, and a few and no. So nipa kakre bipen ame who say. Almost on radio.
Now, I don't know why we are a bit hesitant. Say, be out there, about him because I'm sure said, send out see can idea in your kukuamu idea. So, say, the two jar, unka bonnet, because as you can say, if I also get access to radio money time, sure I can even sit here now. My Bobo said, so minimum kuntia. If it's really true or that's the case, I'm not saying say now can you.
Like I said, it is true. I can put some of the results on my pages or send them to your producers to see. That one there, it's not a equal. But just mentioning names is what I want to desist from.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's fine. You hear what I'm saying? Bem se ba could be a story and also headline a cassette. Yeah, Ghana radio for your man and your man to say be a woman with you no money nyansabi. I hate that we make our listeners look like unintelligent people. Hono dia nchemuna betim dia man with this particular headline.
Because sometimes I don't know say be what to be but often ubitimi eyanumana me say enyum bi me say enyum nice in some na woman you good near the and then people on radio people have even told me to my face say oh say you we ya for talk and now we are and I don't seem to understand they say more saying say enye there and I say Ghana and then often they say oh Ghana form pesa anyum see you know so I always ask myself say anyum men pana omupe. You know, because I feel say obianyu miniwa ayanyum phone there. But and for you to say when you do it be positive and now we be a message, you know, people will not buy and I've had people convince me on several occasions trick and you know it won't sell. So then we'll focusing more on a friend is saying Bibia, I say go for the best now you're commercial now, you know, and I always ask them, so why? It's a workers and conform pair, I mean you know, I tell them because I don't believe that they are not sending listeners in Ghana. They are.
Okay.
Because other than that, a artist be brave or minimum me looking up to one me followers me career, you know. And they wouldn't inspire people like us.
Okay.
You know,
Mimisa so near cost sisia in Korea di sema baba to jasisia wama ye hu se ofa Ghana e bia radio sisia dodo na no ye bo ye enya Ghana for nyom ye bo Ghana e bia nyom tofo ade bia na bia bo mo nyom kra no be nine bi ke pe na bia ye bo no ne kaka dia na ususu se ye betimi aye na ya sesa no na obia tumi nya ne chefa dia na ususu se say timisi.
I think also say orientation, reorientation. You know, we have to begin to realize and you know spread it all around that the benefit also goes all around and one-sided. And imagine artists and hope ni bibia is in the career idea. That's what they fall on. Now suddenly because maybe a few people decide say okay we know more the time and what happens to Obia or University Sika Ewonimu, what happens to the parents or other people thinking say oh we want more bra. So then Sadia that's why a lot of people think say once you say you are a musician crano you are nothing to write home about. Who need any proper life so it helps all of us and say obia and be able so that at the end of the day when you go to other countries omo crowd a pet jazz omo crowd a hip hop sana I see timinya omo pe high life omo pe afro fusion ebiane a friend saying recently me who said Bisakede Nyom was put in a movie. I mean I was super happy for him. But what me said the populace didn't come to it, not because they don't appreciate it all, but because it's not the thing. It's not the thing. It's like a media would be taken to say you know, so I feel say I was saying no, piano artists be what many artists be last week of South Africa, a friend Titi Luzipo, or your big, but or your jazz artist, and she was able to come to Ghana, the whole band to record and just go back and you saw the ball shoot. You know, so you ask yourself, did the funding come from a Juma be second job that or no, it came solely from the music. But in Kaya the bar down I mean, artists then are over jazz, apart from Steve Baby and a few people. you can take it to another level if you don't go on the international front. So I'm trying, say, at least we will still see our local artists, our alternative music, say, on the World Music Festival market here. You get most of them Eastern Africa and South Africa. But unyaka crave just a few. Ghana, unipa be brave. Unipa be brave because they are in their numbers and they are pushing. What I say, but there's huge markets for them. I say every year we all place, over 90 shows in a year. Tikakoya say we all will be another person in the numbers in it. It doesn't just promote Wiala, but it promotes content from Ghana.
Medasi, me sure say brepim no ye be na ti just out on Safra na ya tenase ne bien komo no ye pa trick.
Me say that pa.
I mean sure belated happy birthday.
Me send we no logins no amao. Na wa kasa kwa wa hwe.
Okay.
Other times no na wo so wetimi ehun.
Right, radio monitor, right?
Yes, radio monitor, yes.
Medasi papa and wish you well to pipe one. That's the latest EP.
Yes.
People should go to all the streaming platforms now. Follow, share. Why?
Okay,
I mean, sure. That's musician, artist, Trigmatic, and I would say, Nenkano. Well, or then Sebebri, Nadia Tuja. Tisana, hey, Ghana Radio 4, say, Mum Ghana for you, Musa. Entertainment Review. Okay, so before my guest jumps in mobile chassis akasano, my yentie Trigmatic nipi now the abano bakwa Gimme That or Gimme That of the Pipe no EP Trigmatic featuring Papi Kojo. So na fans made I cast my baby no me and sana no me no abo enti wefi ni latest EP Trigmatic Gimme That featuring Papi Kojo. No crepa there my man can Trigmatic anything also alternative music no. We alternative musician because Sanyu we pan radio for no nya de ombebo. And there no crap fast me cry the mommy I'm nya de ombebo. Because some people say cheese ni sa enti when you be say no dear in fact nya de ombebo. But I see a bo, yes, see a bo. Alternative music for Noyana, member of studio no I'm saying and come on here. Trigmatic ni any day in come the latest EP back where was so Gimme That and on your boy featuring Papi Kojo on it. So I'm sure say all the streaming platforms any out so kind of hold them see a bit me and bina wa share with you. You should patronize it. Yes. So great. Akwaba.
Enya.
Bibiaboko there.
Bibiaboko.
My mention same few so I mean Trigmatic me nene din komo stories no headlines wa cheche and same no mo. Meet you.
Kwasi, let me confess, sir. It was difficult say me follow point back one more because mo kati across bebre ama dream mo ai Kwasi back one me pick the facts baby I know can say see ye ma omanfo no epe different genre hono sounds a bit interesting because enya dia Kwasi ebe ye possible yentimi enforce enhye nipa say mumpewi nipa na based on almost subculture any omo taste and na omo de bedi bibi echi won say bibi timi ba enyum type biti me ba no bia to edi echire eno no enyo bi ne force eye kwan ya ye befa so aye be promote ama omo nti ma emane nya ne dadwen onya ne a oye na efa ye nyina ebedi nachi ye obibi e friend about 10 ewo creative industry eno no obi antimi enhihye ema wo no something that nobody can explain Obeko ye bibi, give me this, give me that, yeah, boy, you see, you will be surprised, say, ABA, you been so there. Intimidate, make I say, Uncle Suno Yenny or Yena, Nasadi any dear, Memman Yenny that dream, say, ye bibi, in a way, say, emwa, no. It drew time, and say, a bepa, ye bepe. Into Uncle Suno Yenny or Yena, we see.
But I see, my Christian since some brave now, mean tea, Kwasi. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, meet you. I mean, trigmatic.
Yeah, Kwasi, trigger kasa bebre. Na, I think say, ba kumi ni bi na chere madwon so kakra. Ni first point no, di kanka se utie Ghana radio. Mane ye se biu you were 4 artists pe and wo Ghana ha. In response to in suggesting say sa 4 artists no womo na asa yetu omani eso mo ho a omoso a omonyon ko excuse me and yebo. And then in the same narrative no ono nipa kro na asa so ka say oye survey no over 60% of the survey no suggest say Nigeria for no take lead on the survey. So na mama confused kakra sa if we have if in fact there were 4 people, 4 artists are yet to any so mo a ye mo promotion consistently and constantly there na it means anka say survey no or yeah no and at least those individuals no should have even come closer to beating average of 60% no beating the Nigerians because ankanya hwekra you were 4 prominent artists yen so yet me abo mo nwoma ama survey no so yet me pick your mo a to me beating Nigerians and at least now omo in Nigeria for kra no are hating 50-50 nti na ho no kakra no na my confused kakra
O the mom na miss my confused one.
Oh miss
Also analysis na I am confused because say was say of talk radio no CC na monitor do nwum na ye bo no do ha nchiche mu aduosia de 60% no ye bo Nigerian for no na omonyum na ye bo but eno so say bagana for kra ye bo omonyum no akwai say nipa be 9 pe artist anyuntifo be nya 9 pe eno na o say there no be comment
nti sa sa Ghana for 9 na ye bo omonyum no survey no so no ye no omo presence te saying survey now yeah na suggested say alata for ni lead by 60%. No, so for Ghanaian artists no.
So see radio monitor output in fans or share sa na chere no. No necessarily why survey.
Because there's no dispute. Say Ghana yambo Nigeria nyum. Of course, for the last 3-4 years it was a big debate. Industry persons, myself, George Britain, other serious industry persons were covering for 80% of Ghanaian content on radio. Among 4 Kamwasem. We all supported the campaign for the last 3-4 years back. It was a big issue when the same thing, and then yet secular also with gospel music, the same thing na imports no airplay no. It was directed to the bet because for the last 2 years and 3 years here war 50-20 22 8 9 2020 a be ramming because say would want to form pie you now check here trend no essa and trends no essa pa it and it's changing appreciably the entire mechanism say ene say utie radio so the cranny there are songs about was about 10 Ghanaian songs abia 1 Nigerian song be Abab FM and okra no senye Davido ana bia Tiwa Savage ana Mr Easier and okra no 1 be no bon say ba ko be Abab FM but obia otie we bedi ma dance say sa ntokwa no ne sa okona ne ye pre say yenya more Ghanaian songs being played on radio no and ye DJs no yamse en kan kreni they are showing commitment to playing Ghanaian songs and no kra uni Kwasi say said on one can yes so betuma yes survey kakra for a few DJs or they will confirm to this fact.
But I'm sure so to say me busan sasem say me akra mo because nam fi senka ebrewe ayi wo mu you know radio for ye bo Ghana for nyum no sing vi amano de but I say well but that's not what monitor no no.
Yeah, so yeah, the monitor no there. It's yeah, then I say so what many monitors are. Yes, we will go into the monitor ni, but yeah, so hard realistically, and the industry person so said they are not so kawasam no, and yes, so you radio pa. Kwasi me majuma me the so I need to promotion, ejuma na me marketing, and you know when it come to listed radio, me nipa me tie radio pa etie nyuma ya koso. Because no idea. We are getting to the end of that Nigerian invasion of dominating our radios and I think it's just left the little of the television and maybe a still on airplanes and need Daniel Air Bank Kakra looking at Ghanaian content. But a banner and you know party because if you are looking for a typical song that looks like with vocal ability looking like David Omuna there, you have the Kwame Eugenes are making the way out. There's competing songs to match up. If you are looking for songs that sounds like Benabo Money, Morgan Harry, there's Stoneboy to fit in. So in that you achicha kama individual and numerous saka open abochi there to say yeah, there's something there also to inti ama DJs no call radio so they have good songs to fit and match whatever the Nigerian guys are also bringing down here. And for me, in as much as saying discarding a survey no and any system no the portal no use the evaluation no
okay,
but on a realistic level, on an approach, an industry field, I can say we are getting out gradually from that Nigerian dominating our content, our place in our Ghana.
Me that say, Mamin call Tina Muliki asuna menji ono so na dwenche ewo ye enkoma ye ne trigmatic DA. Mamin ti Tina.
Kwasi trig you be in the industry anymore. Make maka say hardly say be you better say controversy and answer nyama bi. It I think a man who appreciate it as a musician I want to tell them. Na what the young for fraba. And na opeso promote fine. Why only say the enko for 9 says the young beba ye pass them can. Either obe create same be nice and talk and say bekwa kotina baby can be no ya discuss it said yes is
I wish you send Kanko because we will dilute you in several
years.
I wish, and I'm just saying, coming here.
Say no, we're waiting now about the industry. Well, time and now, Obekano, and I'm a me can say, you see, as an anne quack, where
no, Uti interview now, or say Wakotna, or yes, or Kokana album was but presenter Nukubusana saying, being a man come over in our buy. And I said, I wish, he said, because we dilute you. And come on, about could free baby. Let's look at the substance. I appreciate baby our name, and I don't want to take it away. But men dina honche baby because we say asem.
Being dina honche, but the pack can say so. As some cafe industry, no, I mean sometimes one person take you serious per time and right. They who say yes, say one person promote why they been tina oh babe we we. They know they made the cancer na matwa asem no so. He's a presenter. Mebwa so no so a presenter. It's when you are talking about and I say now you are there. You belong to a radio station. What have you also done around? And answer we don't call for to ensure that the whole cancer say it looks like call for a bonipa for penyuma. Then you should be able to tell us more instead of just saying say acquire say call for. Then it means say as somehow can cry which who says true. What I say. Then you give us nearma to show say okay indicate me as a presenter no me name me way say ye boss you give us figures because you are also in it but you are not who can say as wakasa keke you go can hear na aside that also can be say go for or can man in fact the doors just as it takes some quality of at the end from there because near no so person yeah they not focus on one way we can hear you more than a baby now you're bulky. Now you say you don't even know where you are going. Say say not trick say then you said a whole lot. But I think with even say even to promote her, you pick a strong agenda, you hit there, and then so that we can also find a way. I say, be plan a way. Getting attention, then we look for possible solutions to the whole can. Talking about people saying say the way Ghana forecast say Ghana for the way you may intelligent or then. I mean, there are lots of songs way the omo boy na me dey say she's new one when aba. Is it excuse me say is it nyoma abanim and I say just that trend no for person almost people want to appreciate and you are and also odo and I say we and so you as a musician say obi a wo mu achen you should know this better. That's okay say niema esesan say then I have to also change my style. Who changes style and say nkora ni koja wa no we di omochi because say ansem near can I also have to fit in and then so person would dey ade ba na nyina be dey later you can start obi unstoppable. But if you want to also make it look like, let's be honest, papa Ghana for lazy even COVID by music upon music ni na hot ni na the etimi de sa the etimi de gni the etimi de can be straight rap etimi ewe o ma boadwuma e na nyom no about say a born nipa for nyom no sa den kwa de right. I mean there are lots of beautiful songs I appreciate it. So my question is say minim why all these things are the man never can win, but on finding out all your example crown you see how sometimes we feel like people are selfish. All your example crown interview na mu no or you see papi Kojo no so yeah there say Joey Bios no knowing so many now the same way. So when you do that, then it's like you are trying to say wo circle na say we na where you see no and or see account once man because on to your money na on tell the anything e be o yes na
Meda sitina mamema anodem fa enwie was a traumatic issue see anodia
first of all no mebo traumatic abaso because making of an album was a EP no enye easy enti for some time you know na nyina ye kase se kase be a consummate artist you classify no with the making of an album and I say accumulation of albums or one or any different economy a consummate artist. Because making of an album, no, and an EP, no, and that form, sir. So for him to actually complete, back was uncompleted, you know, there, my born abaso. Now, quick one, Tina Kase traumatic and all controversy in Shadani, that's not entirely true. Because now seeing him, if you ask nigga, the controversy by Batano, I will say, I'm so new, be so, and now say, if you ask nigga, I think it's a wraith. And if you say negate man no say the husband and a fairly traumatic inti no and shadanya no kwese no he's without controversy. Na Kwasi Trig one of the most progressive artists in the last 10 years. I don't know if you've seen Trigmatic perform recently. Na in the last 3 or so years I mean who Trigmatic performing I was amazed. Because I knew him and I said, he started as a rapper. 2011, he winning Best Rapper of the Year. However, now in the last 3 or so years, I mean, who set up performing? I said, how did he transition from a rapper that you to be a autonomous or to me commanding a whole band out with the silky voice in the account? So he has anytime who Trigmatic on a bill piano, he's one of the persons I'm looking out for. Because the progression no and as the growth no has always been amazing to me. Inti mebon abaso for what he had to take for him to actually make that progression from just being the rapper not to yes to really singing. Because anytime he mounts the platform I'm just wowed by the quality of performance Oputi up no. And so mebon abaso. Now when he talks about alternative again, I think it's a Trig the first ABA the breakthrough song no Atanyo Moe I think in my life no was a no ni hu ne so a rapper but say unhwe Trig ye pa na you be our follow Trigmatic in the industry for quite a long time. Trig has been an alternative artist for a long time because one moment he's doing reggae, the next moment he's doing rap, the next moment he's doing raga, he's doing so on one Kasano has you cannot really put him in a box although his shout to glory was rap, But then over the period, and even from the jump, the piano, he's alternating. He's doing reggae and he does it well. He does raga, he does it well. He does dancehall, he does it well. He does rap, he does it well. Now, say, I follow Ghana Music Awards year pa now. Trigmatic, when it comes to the record of the year category, Trigmatic a feature more than virtually everybody else. And so it tells you, say, from get go, this gentleman, on Shadano, and you cannot really place him in a box. So when it comes to alternative music, he's a quintessential alternative artist. Because record of the year, and no more, and you're popular. However, with regard to quality, you can actually count it. Anything out here over the years, in the last 21 years of VGM, record of the year, make it the prominent feature of our Trigmatic womb. No, can be said alternative music and that artists and that more prominent. Boss, it is everywhere. Even the US market are in you say alternative artists no any prominence. They say R&B, hip hop, and then they kick account. Just a few. So you can actually pick 10 alternative artists, and you only get 2 be more appreciable prominent. So it is everywhere. And I can say, and boy, you will not get the ordinary DJ or radio presenter play it. Or be beer, BBAC, and also or projected BB, and also agenda be or pushy. But it is BB prevalent all over the world. But can maybe be a maintenance down any drink. One, or making reference to Bisakade achievements or yeah, and seeing the music score a feature on one of the Hollywood Christmas themed movies. No, or say Ghana for one shada ambo and you did down from that's not true. If you can correct me, but after sa achievement, you started playing that grandpa song, and I remember say Bisakade nya sa fit, all over Twitter everybody was commending him. The fellow artists,
but I think say has to do person say Asel no, the original song was Asel.
Yes,
I buy person say okay, well Yama Yan Wanji Asel no so.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Any day song to me blame Ghana for. Yeah, I understand. Because otherwise, then you must as well blame Ghana for every other song the relevant A player war no. This one, Bisakade and no engineer on one moves. And you copy repair. You cannot blame the ordinary Ghanaian and say yen pushy. So I now get the clarification. But I'm also disputing say Sasa idea men. Another point you make here na a confusing make a crown. Munina, I think I want to CNS no so and then no. Say Siciano, Nigerian music no, a bossing Ghana music. Now Pachoboamio radio monitor na edin.
Send Chichi more the mine or say
because you see
joining union be say union a could be of joining and on my man access to almost track it.
Yes, and software be
software on the track it and you might about radio station.
That's good. However, no can you expect to say once over a certain platform or access to a certain machinery be a MMI in who side the working. Now called the empirical evidence now abetuja. Now board discussion. But what kind of trust now you, me, and Christianers and a lot of people move will dispute because since you the gauge your eye monitor, any ear monitor gauge here, in your feeling, Mister No. We listen to radio, we watch music videos and see what is pertaining in the ecosystem. We see say Ghanaian play no abasho pa. So if Treg, and I totally understand. So be of what radio monitor be no empirical evidence. I think that boy now for discussion purposes, any ABR policy making purposes say or the evidence about to just say within this duration from January 2019 to December 2019, say radio stations where Kumasi Accra, there should be some conversation no endimu. But you can't trust her for me. I think say Mbwa. Especially when or what machinery are empirical evidence on Fantija. So there may be a discussion and really understand how we move forward. There's another thing you mentioned here, and how you are penning it down. And I feel say artists and I say more back for interviews on Munja side any. Last week I criticized Nicholas Amonaya champion for exactly the year in a trade year BCCI. When you say about the foremost played artist, and I'll be saying. I said, "You want to me body," and I felt like, Bema, who a radio monitor? According to you, you bought 60% of Nigerian music, 40% of Ghanaian music. Now you born. We check CNS no. Your top 4 as a radio for no plan no bon then he see kwan say obe chen say Stone Boy Sakode Shatawale Wendy Shea. Nobody's going to beat you up because will be a chair say based on radio monitor no any analysis be a one sanko for me anyway na yebo monyo more. What stops you from saying it? And no try no in the same conversation no or say Stone Boy is one of the guys you're born in your more and Boom Play story now reading your channel shows. So I'm thinking, I'm like, so you're able to tell us that Stone Boy is one of the most played artists in Ghana. Boom Play, your friend saying, story no ebakina. Why are you not telling us about the 4? So for me, moving forward, maybe trick any other person about for interview say, listen, speak your mind. Top 4 no be nobody's going to beat you up. I'm not too sure. Say if Okase Sakode, Shatawale, Stone Boy, or Wendy Shea or whoever, or Familia or Kwasiata, these are the top 5 we are. All we would ask is give us the proof. Unless, of course, and you were trying to ask him, say, are you not sure what you are saying? Because Kwasi, if me, I have radio monitor, I have the empirical evidence to actually depict, say, Sanko 4 way or 5 way, you're born when you're more within a certain duration. Nothing, absolutely nothing will stop me from mentioning their names. So, so on yet too sure of the factor. My mom from out. And that's it.
So me does say well so me call another issue na my interview kakrebi na my sign by bio na my baba jimpin for adwenche. So 10 minutes almost coming to 11 minutes after 2. Peace 1043 FM Sunia. No me no about pounds my bo kodomi ensa. So my membra studio man say na enhye nkomo na say na I'm say yawada ye di nkomo ba ko na Stone Boy story BP hanum saying says ya ninyum activate oni collaborating with Davido enyum no amanfo to gusupa ukọ YouTube ni streaming platforms na nya de keto akra wo honum sin ache omo hwe papa I'm saying brobe 1.6 million views near Chikra. I am sure say and then so we when we start back what you can say Boom Play, another streaming platform the 2020 report say on my publish it, and the report says Stone Boy almost leading or top enyum to form Ghana hanum sia a man for show monyom omodi omonyo no echi papa and you say koyi ma Stone Boy afie coronavirus ebi ho akire omo and koyi ama ebi mu but say wono de akoyi pa questions my mention say fuse na membusa say what do you think dia na ususu say bia uhwemu a wo ye ni yie ma ekosa. First of all, I mean yawada like I said say e din komo YouTube now understand so over 1.6 near chi and a Boom Play DA Senator
Kwasi, I think say baby be a Stone Boy where we be no they can be a baby or be an a fancy tea and be no me to check a sepa the mano. Okay. Na me salute to the effort.
Right. Me sure my main command so near Stone Boy. Yeah, me Stone Boy indeed come on men sambra. Bim. One God. What's he saying?
Boss man, big aboko daddy.
Okay. All right. Relax ya na. Oh yeah, ready. Say me see you sukure eja him. Shows be wo na ko weekend ya na relax crowd taking easy.
Oh, in between me and Abi.
Okay.
And later in the evening, the view or chemical passage through, but the same nominal. So, bra friend and I'm see no problem. And I'm streaming.
Okay. We appreciate. Now, so yawada ye din komo story back we pie ye review or hanum saying say when activate or collaborate you feature ye Davido or sonum say no YouTube you see streaming almost 1.6 near chi minim if the figure no sa na dasu gina ana ebrosa as of yawada bmc I can send a taper with the activity in terms of a amount for our motion no other streaming platforms no. Is it really 1.6 or is past that? Send a taper near the kind.
As I say, they're making this I think last time on the show, I 1.6 million views. on YouTube. So you can only say it will increase it.
Okay.
If you guys hit 1.7, the figure will change, but it's very impressive. But I know that it will stream more because the song is still growing on it. After I had 1.7 anyway.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
So the song is still going on the people, and it's our last song I released here. So we are putting all efforts in it and you promote it because it's only 2 weeks they release here. So that means there's more work to be done to push the song.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we now watching fans all the two streaming platforms in now me on your way. Wow. Congratulations on that one. Now,
thank you very much.
Before maybe I mean, Diane Koma, you have shocking all the success and feats ni nano. You see 2020 report, boom play no so ABBA. And 2018 you topped, 2019 you topped, and 2020 so no Ghana Hanum say no, you're topping again. We report no, is that what it is?
How do
you feel? Send it to me.
Oh, sir, and one, I'm grateful because when I'm sending Juma, I made them Juma, I hope so I put in my best, and whatever the outcome be, I'll take it from there and improve upon it, So, say outcome, no, that be an banana, it doesn't mean say buying tools, but it means say work hard. So, I'm only thank all of my fans and everybody who has been on such platforms and who have always logged in to mine, and promoted and also pushed and supported. So this is a win-win for everybody who has been supporting, my movement and let's say Ghana music, as a whole. So that's how I think it.
So when set a clear, but I hope some aboni idea.
Satekla.
Okay, Setakla. Setakla.
Satekla.
Satekla.
KLA.
Satekla. But that's all the school.
Or you just take it 2, 3, 3. Satek and KLA. So it's Satek.
Okay. So
thank you.
3 syllabi. All right. Now, Medas, you heard him say. So, what is the secret? Because 2018, what up? 2019, what up? A man for share, a man for di echire, YouTube, koye, odi putu bae, a man for share, gusu share, and in your kahon. What is it? The I know ye stronkon office a man for banner streaming platforms ne ko yes amount no boy. When I said me ma o de utre secret bi aba beto abontin o.
And somehow but I know the mean church the mechanical you promote and you push you no. It's a matter of numbers, but ultimately, it's the love I get. This also translates into the love that I get from people because people, if they continue to look out for you, because these are old fans and new fans that is growing every time globally. Because internet there is accessible worldwide. The thing is continuing to push your works across length and breadth. It increases, visits and such and such. So it's just the work input. It's just not relenting and pushing every day. That's just what I can say.
Okay, so promotion, is it also the case? Enyomne yeda amanfo ebedi echire so modi echire no mba kohwe anabia video no metwa afa enyom no bia enyom video no ye fe enti ebi ka ho asem because I believe say bia promotion ni ade na bia amanfo so promotion but in fact say omodi no what do you think?
Oh, me did say promotion the amanfo so what I can say is we don't do anything too different. We only just also push and promote it. It appeals to majority more. It depends on who is listening and what they want. To me, say family will be on the favorite song crying and releasing it. They may release it a long time ago, but they will still listen to what I have now. Over the fact that they've had their favorite from me and that. So it just keeps it just promotion now, and there's nothing too different for say a minimum topping actually. Because it doesn't stay like that. Sometimes you come down and then sometimes you go up again. So,
Okay. Mami Musa, so when no, yes, I know I am fan say business or yeah, but yeah, position be a free who said. Does it add something in terms of maybe a sika say be a fine? Yeah, share ne sa no eboa mo so anyom tefo no ma bia munya bibi gum kotokom na next time Stoneboy timi nye ska ko studio biom akoye nyom ana ye kenken kwa ye keka ne sia aka or by way of ska no so no eboa mo
on the streaming platforms we ni na no there are platforms who use your material as music for their trade most often it gives us something I will put back into the music. So you know that I am an independent artist, and so everything we do, we must make sure we get something from whatever we're producing, and it's the same that we invest into many other things that get us going. So, but what I'll add is that when you check the quota and the margin, most often for African artists, these are the things we are always advocating for. Say they will increase the margin, the quota, because sometimes plenty numbers, but the income is not really but it's not our fault, because this is what I want to say is that this is business, so everybody's looking out for the best for themselves, and so we have to also sometimes push the margin. But here lies the key to say the audisi can send any gains that we get from music and Abanitin and Nikase. Nothing can surpass the money that we're supposed to be getting from Ghana, in Ghana, here as musicians. I can tell you, all my music play that is going on in Ghana and everywhere else, in every corner that is being used on commercial levels, have not been paid for. For me to be able to get anything to wire back into. It is rather the streaming platforms that they don't exist here, or are not from here, or are not owned by us. No, streaming platforms gather few and bit for us and other resources. And I usually a back. But okay, Ghana, why Juma, like from the music, where the music goes out, especially radio airplay, monetizing, advertisement and stuff, when you revenue from that to be able to invest into the work, they are a zero. So Ghana for no music, Ghana for me to set up that system that can monetize our works, so that when it comes to revenue talks, it is not only the streaming platforms which actually, our monies that we get from international more than what we get from here, that we use back in our team. So there could be a bigger revenue and bigger checks for musicians and creatives here in Ghana, because this is where the majority of our numbers, who consume our stuff. But in the end, you really don't get nothing from here.
Interesting area pa na oni me Ray. I mean we na ne wonu anyom to ni Trigmatic din komo. And all come about a software be a boan more to me, a track a Ghana. And you ma ye ball Ghana ham saying Obodin si supi can say Stoneboy, you're one of artists a ball young power Ghana radio. So first let me ask you, sir, why assign your work to Gamro? Because you said Gamro near the body so Mojiji royalties near the day. As an artist, have you assigned your works to Gamro and Yedikan?
I would many body team any we'll call one of that. Many of you who have had a meeting with them, in person, and I've also gone on to have a meeting with the creative art minister, tourism as well. I've tried the best I can, but where it ended was that they are fixing things, and that is it up to now. When we try to follow up the answer is like the same. So it's really been difficult for us to continue to be sort of pestering our senior men who are trying to do the most they can for us as well, because I've realized that I believe that the pressure or the deficiency is beyond them. But in the end, it is not beyond Ghana. It is not beyond our creative space. We can also definitely be able to set up these systems to make it easier for us. Trigmatic is a very good brother. I respect how he moves a lot. He just told you that we can all see our plays. Me, I can tell you my number of airplays here in Ghana. And just like I top the streaming, I should be one of the top most artists that's been played here in Ghana. So imagine if that translates into the actual revenue that we're supposed to get. That is a boost for our industry. That is also, it doesn't go back into my pocket alone, because this thing creates employment for everybody. Imagine whoever is working around that industry is also going to gain. So I'm definitely one of the most played artists, if not the most played artist on radio, at least top 3, I believe. But there's nothing else coming from here. But if you can use common apps to monetize this thing and see the numbers, then why can we not get the system done in a way that we can also get our revenues? And then, that's the best thing to do. Else, artists will always be dying of poverty, and we'll be asking why.
Okay.
When he was good, he was that, he was this,
So one guy, maybe so Waji Gamro, for instance, on my mount, royalty says, okay, well, this year or this particular quarter, half a year, if he says what you be paying?
My GP once, one of the times when I'm in Komono, they gave me a check, of I don't know if I can disclose the amount, but I mean, they gave me a cool check, but I always refer to it that if in my whole lifetime as a musician I've served my time continuing to entertain people, then this will not be able to take care of anything. But I mean, it's money. It is once you require it's money, but it in some way.
Check no.
Oh, Father, that money definitely to me out of war near the and cry to say over the time that is what we get. The man said that when you be after 6 months. But me so far that's all I've gotten anyway. But even so, that money doesn't really, and only share, church anymore. My bank says, okay, there's a deficiency, but the only thing that can solve it is that the system will work well so that everything flows well, because we are also doing our work and we are adding a lot to the nation's growth, as creatives. But it's very sad, it comes up to be like this, which is so.
Okay.
Back to the streaming matter, is a streaming that actually gives us something like consistently. That one, every quarter or every month for whoever you are signed with or working with, you're going to get your sales from. Most of the sales you get is from international, and it's not from here in Ghana at all, where the majority of the number is. So,
okay.
Else, we don't even know what to do, bro.
Okay. Me yana me no avian command, but mami mbusao say. Among for the Subobi Bomo, they say the young ones like Stoneboy, Shatta Sako, dear Samini, Ofa Manebia when the shade no mom kaka but now you are at your peak. Among for Bojimo, so you are making money. Enti aya mumfa mweni nko to say bia mu union bit to say vin musica. A ban gamrons and semwa mweni ndiye because munye sikani bifi bi. Until say bia mwenyi na manusi sumina so God forbid touch wood na mo ye wunu sa time na bia mweni di eye gambro ne union to say music ani ade nechi nia we huni ne ekoso bia ukoje o check. I mean you won't put the figure there for but I'm sure say enye anything wo hwe bia Stoneboy unyuma ye bo na Stonebwoy wako gamro na ya ma sa check me sure say sika yes e betumi ato feel by sika fia bi ena na de amount now show say nti Stonebwoy nti se me bonyuma nyuma ya mba be yi nti se me nya me bibi mfifi a na nti se sika we check we pena de bia de ma yanka me ne me yire ne me busua me ma de ne ebedi there na Stonebwoy mo ye because I'm out for the suborn bomb say look you people have to speak up now someone ye bibi ene na the system and structures na say should be in place for you people to for Ghanaians to pay you
me that's father assembly say the mission Chavano me I can single-handedly say to the height of it I have taken myself sometimes when we hear can say me my call, me legal, meetings, my legal teams, have followed up a number of times. Even have been granted the opportunity to have a meeting. That time was when the corona was very, very intense. We had meetings, and guess what I realized is that those our senior people, the Minister of Tourism and Creative Arts and all, they know the problem more than we do know the problem. So when she spoke, she addressed the panel. It was very, very, very obvious that they know what we are facing and what they want to do. But they're doing it, me and Yehobian. So it's either now when we come back again, then it's going to be like we are fighting our elderly people. I will be honest about it. It has always been like that. We are fighting them when we speak up. So I took the time to make it nice to go and get to know what the troubles are. I even sympathize with them and act, because in the end it comes back to us. They have a lot of stories to tell you about the difficulties almost facing. But in the end, that's what I said from the beginning. It is not a difficulty that is bigger than Ghana. Because this is the creative art that is always becoming one way. Like when we grow up, so that okay, I said, to me, so clear. That is when we are looking towards where Gamro will come in and all. But since we are doing it, we are chasing it. But you don't expect us, to be chasing this thing and be getting the same results over 5 years, over 6 years, and not focus on the other things that we, the little things that we still get to run our families and run our work. So that is how it becomes like that's where the issue comes. But that's no issue. We should be chasing and being tagged that we are fighting Gamro Music or any entity that is supposed to be doing what they know best to do. And of course, to even say that to an extent, then it is looking like senior people who are in that place don't know what to do. We don't have to, even like you are a father, you don't have to, your daughter, your son don't have to be crying in your ears every day before you pay their school fees.
Well, I'm sure the year has almost come to an end. I feel very next year nyamia dom ye tinkwamie wa hodia me sure say be arrange na ya pe ono aba studio ni etime bie nkomo no ye na we look at some of the industry issues nyama ni bia office betimi aboa na mo adwuma nso etimi aye the creative art industry bill so o ma pass enche bia mra bia be boa ma mo industry nyama etimi akasie ni o ma pass nti I'm sure meaning say if you are aware of that one so I'm sure no so be boa some of the problems are and also it will be ironed out. So I'm sure next year we'll probably can have you in the studio.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, my member studio man see now. Yes, come on, I say look at this man too. Questioners,
bra.
Now we shall see about.
Nina me kasa.
Yeah, one guy.
Yeah. Kwasi, medical Boston boy abaso. Na for that achievement now, sebio success now achieving very exciting. Na nenyu me awoka ho asemi. I think say he used 5 days. Within 5 days, now we hit 1 million on YouTube. And which for me is a very good achievement. Say, Ghanaian artists, but me I started a pool success. And Ubisano generally say or share, then I contribute to more to me achieve this kind of huge success. Because see, first of all, no, I will contribute success now. I will first of all want to link it to first of all production. You share the production that went into some of the songs Stonebwoy produces, and the kind of works, the time and factors are, or the share human. Look at the person Nipa called in the collaboration. He went out and picked one of the toppest artists of Nigeria, Stonebwoy, and on any collaborative on this song. And sir artists not picking, no. If you check the numbers, as I'm talking to you now, Stonebwoy, Davido, as I'm talking now, even on Instagram, is having 18.6 million views, followers. Now, if an artist is able to, have a collaboration with such a figure, with these numbers, automatically, even on Ankasa Stonebwoy on Instagram, he's doing almost about 3.3 million. And that is his followers on Instagram. Now, so if you match the two of them, now share success as Davido Chivu on the continent over the years with Nejuma Oya. Definitely, right from production, you know that this work is going to be successful. And so, investment will not be a problem. And one more to try video, no only a Kwame Rasta, the new manager, Kasa, now the kind of no more production, and Kwasi, it's also bound down to technical know-how. I think, sir, this digital infrastructure yes, gradually. Ghana, young men be a Baku multimedia screen, spiky. We are getting young men be a say no money, they have gotten to know where the money is hidden, where the money is. And gradually, Master Mechanic say, I will be happy, say, they will have a team to have like a college of strong online marketers. They will now be offering services to most of these musicians and then make it like a formal business. They sign deal with you and they will be able to push, because trust me, that is where the money is now. And Stonebwoy, Shatter and all these guys, they've taken the lead. And I'm so proud of them for whatever they are doing across the continent. Topping the chart and everything. At least it has paved the way. It has, to say, investment value. So be the secret share music man. Over to many some of these statistics is are buying crampo and the enemy and the bill passing petition a bank for Sikabia. We can use some of these figures in the to make decisions as to where we put the money, what is supposed to come out and everything. Now, question Mamimra Gamra Sama Ubisa Stonebwoy. I share with the sentiment about Sika or Kase Unya Free Gamro. Maybe a Gamro board member. And I know how much my artist Kofi Sapon gets, and most of that brand Ritomu Namunya. And it is not money to write, any money to be out. Will be to media combo brand and say, we talk out the Kosidine. And I share in all of them their sentiment. Musician B.O. Kuba, I share in their sentiment. But Gambro's situation, no, it has gone beyond the board. It has gone beyond the management. It has become an industry situation. And the first thing we need to begin looking at is the people who are supposed to pay the money to Gambro. One way I say so much can de Magambro to mitria musicians neka ye no. They are the people, all of us collectively, as I see a mayor Nikomoso. I was very happy.
Because you're Messi from?
Yes, Messi from. As I say, you're starting from studio house to house. We need to. It is important. I say, you to me this January away. You to me overview report. How much money has Peace FM multimedia, despite media, even paid to Gambro? We need to know. Menoka say, as
okay,
I say,
stop misbehaving. Many are prepared.
As I said, a brass will see to me. We did a public figure said that now person Stonebwoy or didn't seek out to Jano. As I said, Peace FM to me declare how much money they are be able to pay to Gambro. As I said, Menoka say GBC 7 years.
But that's nonsense.
Kwasi, that's nonsense.
Yeah. You know why it's
nonsense? GBC 7 years.
Don't create
7 years.
Don't create
GBC
don't create
a single time to Gambro.
Why are you saying it's a Peace FM? No,
because you want him to put. You want him to put the figure. I don't know. They want to move for a figure.
No, what's the problem?
You have to. You should be boldly be able to tell me that this is how much we pay to. Stonebwoy, go there and collect your money.
Stop misbehaving because
I'm not misbehaving, bro.
As long as I catch you on the say.
Catch me.
I didn't say you are UTI tax.
Tax.
Yes, but I'm saying, sir, have you put your house in order?
Which house?
Gambro now can and have you put your house in order?
No, Kwasi, don't pitch.
You don't pitch. What is don't pitch? What is don't pitch? What is don't pitch?
You will not
come here because of this.
You will not
conversation.
Because all the time,
Gambro issues come against media houses. You take a position.
I don't take any position. I don't take any position
to bully people.
I don't use the console to bully. I'm not bullying anybody.
Today, when I was sitting with this matter,
one day, 2 days, 3 days.
With this matter,
you know about me here. One day, and then
no, listen.
I say what you do.
Yeah, Mark.
Yes,
I know who you are in. You are in Tom.
Yes.
Oh, that's how you are Hits FM. We are doing multimedia.
Yes, we pay.
Yes,
go and check.
But who tell you that we don't pay?
Abraham. So no can say just come and prove me. David, next week.
The impressing no creating.
I'll estimate how much we have paid.
Yes, but impressing no creating as if say we don't pay. Abraham, who Abraham ba magiska.
Kwasi correct me pato if na meeting no. Kwasi matre fi agent mamen correct me come answer mamen. Kwasi me say man kasa despite media doesn't pay royalties.
You said
no, he mentioned multimedia. He mentioned multimedia.
Let's bring out how much has despite paid to Gambro. Me say we want to know by evidence because me no can say that is the projection it suggests
that is absolute hogwash.
And your hogwash.
It's hogwash.
It is not Congress. It is just not make a question.
It's borderline.
Me no can say GBC 7 years they have not paid royalties. We have changed them. Telecos, GBC, you know.
GBC has
Telecos, but GBC, and this money we are talking about. This money we are talking about is in billions of Ghana cedis. And sometimes, no projection. A trade radio only beside artists no questions. Anna, the figures are pointing to say, and conformity to Gambro, and they be omudium, and I say that people are mismanaging your funds. We need to consider when the question comes like this now. If they put all of us into a very negative
questions.
You can ask a question.
So what's the problem?
Once their question, I'll be saying, no. That question was very emotional. It's an emotional question that you asked Tomboy. And the repercussion that is going out for everybody listening say, Gambro leaders in Penifort Gambro, no, ABS suggestively, we are not doing our work or we are either chopping their money.
Sikafia.
That's the thing.
Sikafia. And that is my worry.
Yeah.
But it's not Sikafia.
Good. So it's Sikafia. We want to find out media houses how much you have contributed.
Go and buy machine. Go and buy machine. Go and buy machines to log.
But Serato, you can log. I'm trying to use a Serato. You can log. We don't need machines for you to log.
You go. Some Ronnie, you know, who say, or Tihonum say, Utiatigmatic. You. What's your mama? No, your mom to monitor. What is your
I've had meetings with good music.
Oh, it's our LPP.
Good music.
Who now take creative? And you're not going to monitor.
Yes, Mr. Also when your machine.
Who buy one machine?
I call good boy an interview. One Trigmatic.
Yeah.
He mentioned good music. Mr. Good music here who meeting here. Gamro phone no
some. No, also need good music I meeting. I said machine.
Gamro phone no say omon pe. Omon your dear from America. All we are saying is say you bisa questions need bia if you scafia or hina unya it's about time media houses and to show say we just paid 100,000 Ghana on your behalf the Gamro. So go
I should call Father Dixon for father to give me the figures.
Yes.
I've seen me who Abraham, Captain Abraham, Bahabajiska.
By announcement. Funeral.
What? Who Abraham? I can't. Who told you say funeral?
It's also who had. Abraham before we call Gamro.
The man told me he was about Bajinika.
That's right.
No. I saw the man told me he was about Bajinika.
Okay. Gamro board member. When you go, your CEO Abraham has been taking the money and is not distributing enough to the people.
I didn't say that. I never said that.
Sir. Okay.
Yes.
Kwasi medemasamusi
one day
Kwasi medemasamusi a untwa meso biem no e wo metam no
wo time aso kra no wache
medemasamusi a untwa meso ebiem no DJ boy nyom Kwasi
DJ boy nyom
at that moment anyom very important anyom very important who we na say mo first camera and abaka say we don't deserve money but once I'm in answer you have to follow music Kwasi medemasamu esi no I think say gradually yakasa asem we are beginning to have musicians there's this engagement or more engaging on my fan base and artists fan base are beginning to responding to the success of artists on all digital platforms and So at least if you look at Stoneboy's following of 3.3 million, and now if you look at the success he's making, ultimately the new tour, and in 5 days he's able to chalk 1 million views, it means that his fan base is now responding, and positively, revenue streams can begin coming through from it. My success in Anne say, my last point in say, I'm just hoping say, sir, following here musicians away, next month Stoneboy can come out and says out of the 3.3 million people, he was able to convincingly, ask them to go and download the song at least $1. And for me, this is the next level. As I say, it may hit. But on average, it's very good, and we wish him well in all that he's achieving for Ghana.
Medasi questioners, my main call, my name. No, ane. Hey. That's all. Choboy.
But the one head DJ is the same.
DJ no there. DJ Mercury no so Mercury no DJ. I don't know, I mean Tio Stoneboy.
Thursday no main team, so I don't know what was discussed on Thursday. No one Stoneboy, and as a Stoneboy issue that we discussed here. I didn't listen. However, I need to. I say I commended Stoneboy. Say if indeed 2018 most streamed artist on Boomplay, 2019 most streamed artist on Boomplay, 2020 most streamed artist on Boomplay. That's commendable. Now. Let's also clarify, say Boomplay is just one of the streaming service and that's the platforms, Spotify or Deezer or a few others. And so me sure say Spotify and so be release your more data. Deezer if somewhere available on releases so for him to actually sustain our dominance way on Boomplay alone, I think say commendable. Now there's something like noteworthy kakra. Say Stoneboy in the last couple of years, the dominance when they come to the digital space, BB I very impressive. Now, although I didn't expect him to actually tell us how on any team about ensuring say more dominant feature or digital space.
Was actually a useless question I asked.
Okay. Why admitted the end? No, I don't know. Why admitted? No, but I mean, me sure now you are not expecting him to go ditto. Yeah. A casual look as to
a trick question.
Exactly.
If he falls to my trickery.
But seriously, on any team, I say about my basopan because in the last couple of years, him say that digital space are very, very relevant. And so we artists and that's why we entertain and not one for honey serious or be. And for me, he is within the time. On any team within the time. But Yambo Nabaso a bill for how relevant he's remained in 2020. Because see, when you boom pana, at the end of the year, you should say you better discuss who was the most hardworking artist, when they be deserving to win Artist of the Year. Any the kike kahono. Stoneboy fits into the bill of one of the most hardworking artists in 2020. Senya Mark, any Nikunis, more VGM, no more Unifi VGM, more. Kameka say 2021 VGM, Kobe or standing to contend for Artist of the Year. No dispute about it. Now,
but why did my name come?
But for me, I think so we feel more pana Corona season by one of the artists somewhere sure say more craft and as more artist was on that level Stoneboy. April we release Angolonga Junction. Now almost every single of that album Nibiano or ensure any team no ensure say in a certain airplay and I say in a certain talkability and I say generating certain conversation. And for me I think that it was very impressive. Now maybe about baby because almost from April on up to now, Stoneboy has dominated Senye airwaves kasa. Say even like we mentioned, local YouTube say apart from Activated hit 1.7 Everlasting releasing and seeing also headed towards 1 million. Putu is 2.1 in 3 months. Nominate is 4 million in 7 months. So below 2.2 in 10 months. So these are all the songs he's released in 2020. So it tells you the level of activity the gentleman has been involved in. And for me, I think that's so impressive. Now, I would rate him as one of the most hard-working artists in 2020, considering turbulence with COVID. For me, Nabaso. Now, another Tony issue I only coming up no streaming. Because the entire me so your friend the fact say you are the most streamed artist for 3 consecutive years on Boomplay. Ubisan a very good question, but he found a way of going around it as to whether the artists are making a lot of money from streaming. Big man, a lot of research have shown, a lot of seminars are yakuna ibi yakwa na say master class yakwa na say Grammy award winner Wa Jackson ebe church and say streaming no it gives a open space no artists no to a lot of audience. Some artists know a certain relevance and then they product which is the music no to a certain audience. But when it comes to sikasemu no, I think say bibia say yinyeti say artists need a lot of money. Research has shown say, for example, say 100% revenue streaming platform no FR50. The rest of the 50% no, say artists know if the artist signed under a label or only label no eche. And you and I know very well say there's no way 50% revenue stake at that when the label no channel the same. Label no better 40, but my artists no 10. So artists no lucky enough, no independent artists are. Then you could say okay, so streaming platform no funny chunk of the money, the rest no be ban ho no the be a pence or the be channel. So abeboa. Because especially when in the digital space, no streaming services on that streaming platform, that streaming of music, no abeboa. But my and that and make it seem as if say once you say artists need streaming 11 million streams, it translates into money. It doesn't. It doesn't at all. So yes, and my little advice to the likes of Stoneboy, any a few high profile acts, and they say when you be such questions we are on, they shouldn't beat around it. It's a good platform. I bet BMO when it comes to opening it up to a lot of fans. However, we can discuss so that the streaming service no HTW. Why say under a label now label no so no any undi as an artist like he said or no you're any effort. Then you many products. So any products and streaming service no only. So when such questions are asked that they should be open-minded and let us have an open discussion. But as EDCA and for me, I think say moving forward when it comes to streaming discussion. But however, no, I think say a bon abaso.
Let us say Tina for microphone and I'm into you so Stoneboy.
Maybe a Stoneboy will be a Mechiano. Kwasi, when streams were Boomplay for a third consecutive times, me say personally, I am na minim say Ghana fo bebre omonso eni adi enwun achi ana omani adi Stoneboy achi enyo omonwa o hwe 2018 how he start like nyuma de ba of each your friend saying Lydia I want a video tomorrow or one of the strategic artists amehu okrumano from there no 2019 she collaboration on a 10 year that time 10 was almost like Obi Ekanasem, she was everywhere, sort of. Stoneboy again moved into that drift. The 2020 album, she artists audio muguso features from about 4 different countries. Talk about Tanzania, of Nigeria, of South Africa, of Ghana, America. So, and she said, oh, yeah, na say uni nkofo from different automatically no you are also getting into their space into obia or planning a career and onim the ohwehwe no ene betima yesa na owie ye no so no so me sure pan say album no the way na yenyina person na nka ye kan man ewi no covid no ha adwen kakra because album no e call you but an call the way na say because na ye big thing. The way I was getting expecting and Samu, but look at what Osanbe and time. Now he started dropping singles. She put no be any so obey my scat music. No be say oh Stoneboy when it comes to the way Putu just dropped, everybody was like talking about it because we've not really seen Stoneboy in that kind of space. It's here and everybody was talking about it. It it shows how careful and how strategic he's been. It's in say a lack and abibi. It's a hard work. A processes on one kasa tinase na wa planning to be able to be in that space. So I think it should be a lesson for be on also what music space anymore. You just don't sit and expect certain things to just happen by luck or by chance. You have to work. He has proven say hard work pays. So why near Juma now you betu wajina ho why na me sure say looking at how Stonebwoy next year crowd obesa and so obey more than because every time he keeps adding more. It Ghana is proud of Stonebwoy and I know say day in and day out biano or co studio definitely or the bangers be bring activate by I'll drop a video na and check and the one in a year nyom the video adding nyom by but still and stopping from reaching million views in less than a week. So it should tell you that near more no so and for appreciate it fan base oninya no or max or maka baby okoye or maka mudinechi. So he's doing what me bona basopa.
Me da say Tina Mulika and so no dini diabano na me maso kreta ba be wie this particular issue na mine na enkomo ye dia no Halifax ansado also he's just walked in. I see you can't say nonsense. He's just a bad man. I say you are just a bad man.
Oh.
That's a bad man.
I can me ko program be. Ena me ti say bi mu din se hunu ha. Ena me se ba ba wian komo yi kakra. Bra Kwasi. Say asem serious. Omo dia too bored. You discuss here. A bit more shifty blame of incompetence on the media houses rather. That's it. Oh, master, no granted that we buy a president. Oh, I mean, what are you talking about? They should tell us one media house. Gamro, Aqua Mom, Bill, or Munchiai. They should show us one or forever hold their peace. What are we talking about?
I'm just indicated for you.
We don't talk for the other media house. This is despite media.
We should just show
so what?
I mean, show us.
Can you change this topic to next week? So we bring evidence.
President Yamotre.
No, we bring evidence next week.
But Mark,
why next week? Because you know what? As for Gamro bills, okay, what they do, they have something they call flat rates based on the size of your media houses. Into your move can't need to say yena sorry every despite say koko Uncle Rex yabao yakita some 10 pesos. No, they always pardon.
That's why group for some ambush here.
Yeah, ambush mu saying they always bring the bills. Because you see, Omo can't need to say we are not paying them. Black we see what he is also managing a musician. So when you pay, so when Gamro gets money, it helps our musicians too. Mamun nya keke se munchira ya hiya yetua bila hina mudi ba ya yentua. Say as for the media houses, okay? System no say Gamro can say say share despite amudi amusu inti mu flat rate ni pay this amount. Omo buy it to ya.
But one teacher make a say me hu Abraham or so ba be sika.
And then Okreku Mante, you instead of coming to celebrate your creative industries bill, you are coming to engage in controversies. Celebrate na boss say ma na be who ko idea. This is Christ of Nazareth. Did you hear his answer? Or say Eja Abraham dear. Or say Eja Abraham dear. Or say Eja Abraham
You know what?
Then and it's watching it. And like the ones I say, okay, I'm fine. Choboy, hey, did you want you? Why is it? Choboy just talk about every day. I mean, when you say that, you're not your one says. Who's the other one? And see, it's therefore, and you know, Crest media house, you bills. That is the impression you are creating.
No,
it is the impression. I don't.
That's what I'm saying.
Moon try a bill, Mudiba in CI.
Halifax.
Are
you saying that we don't have the figures and we can't?
You have the figures that any bill you've brought, we've paid.
And I'm not saying that asama yekano.
We have paid to you. Go and tell the world how much you paid.
Despite in royalties.
No, you said Peace FM. You singled out Peace FM. Peace FM.
We said
No.
He said Peace FM. That is why I said
Peace any multimedia.
Oh, he mentioned Peace FM.
Peace FM.
Bring the audio.
Audio be any tobo.
I said Peace FM. That's what I said.
File pink sheet, Monko court. Why? Maybe a court. One from pink sheet. Monko court. Kwasi Aboagye. Akoya ni twi nye. Asem o kan ye me media man ti ase mu.
Ba na ekoso ja na
koso. Thank you. Kwasi, I'm say ebebo. Why are you looking at me like that? I'm being intimidated here. Kwasi. Me webo Stonebwoy abaso na ade ba akon ye me nwanwa enwumre anop enwumre yes by Ochina. I'm expecting a certain media houses to lambast Arnold for asemo kan watena hanse aka because me can the same thing some time back twe me and in senior year ridicule me no Arnold aka the same thing. There is also another American guitarist who be obaye. Most of your friends saying
Mr. Jackson.
Yes, or no so be kind the same thing Kwasi. After me can you ridicule me no or no so be kind the same thing.
Yes, okay.
Say streaming is not making that much money. Send ye project no. Enti yentu ye bo ase kakra. I said streaming market no e beba app. But and yes so ripe. Ultimately, let's tread cautiously and come. I so be abandon the other side. Nisu enusu betimi amai revenue kakra no. Sahani mekai ena ya but ene ye get it a ho. Fine, metimi di asheme ho. Maka say opening the sometimes who experience no okasa. Ye was any a better omo need that experience. No muntin ya okana se no. E was any ombe no. But yen hwe yi ni ama bi ni mo experience bi. And shy away from advice. What am I saying? Into no yabebo Stonebwoy abaso. Baby awe dru bia no onko nenim na onfa Ghana din nso no enko. I wish say other artists nso be pick Stonebwoy strategy na o use no. I'm expecting Shatta to also collaborate with other African artists. Na adia ba ko we misa no Kwasi. See streaming no eya utimi hu area and I say jurisdiction most streaming is ni free. But you bisa no.
What can say we see me bisa no.
If you say okay. No, me person me who say who bisa because man say honey ye say obisa na we misa no. But eya no so yen check say this particular album no most of the streamings in free Africa and I say countries are or no year collaborations no almost no almost share of the your friends say 1 million no so no saying and no be boa ama next time no artists be collaboration be and I say onya and no so nyina will be taken into consideration Kwasi.
Me da say mama fa comment kakran fa twim na membra ya move forward yanko yanim Ishmael says we are celebrating 1.5 views in over 1 week. Diamond Platinums got 1 million views in 7 hours and 2.9 million views in a day. Well, we still have to celebrate our own, so we celebrate our own. We'll leave Diamond Platinums for his people to also celebrate him. Kwasi, you definitely brought Halifax to deal with Kwasi. Richard, I didn't bring Halifax. I'm sure you heard him, what he said. Personally, I'm not surprised with Stonebwoy's success over the year. One of the most hardworking guys in the space, Achim Krachi. Frank Manso says, please, when is Kodrentry's show this year? Well, 24th is the day. I'm sure you know it. Marian Amano says, Stonebwoy activates nice music, very danceable tune. Ramsey Owusu and Asante says, darling boy, won't you share credit this year? Credits. Okay, main country. Isaac Forson says, because if you pay them, then if you pay the artist or someone, then it is a mistake. It's supposed to be paid to account. What are you talking about? Then we don't give any artist money. We just pay Gamru, not account. So if someone comes, the person is from Gamru, we give Gamru. That's what it is. Okay, all right. So, me basi si na ya de apem so akwenim. No me san ba ponsima be do me nsa. Me ka say cap from for that mama so asini e de dwumedie e de brewo. Cap from for afie wo mukuta the biggest promo wo mo e de ma wo e ba no say phone so ana de ben pa na wo hia electronics ho niama phone so de ne bo ne da phone papa de ne no ane cap from ubenye bi on say Samsung Galaxy A2 core and we say no 479 Ghana cedis boni bi na mbobo ma no ubenya phone BT say Infinix Smart phone CB 539 Infinix Hot and 8 Lite and also 589 Auto Nasco TV 32 inches 699 no amount free bracket nyad bebo eche no de boban no na so the TV no de team so on sabe can be air conditioners, fridges, freezers, gas cookers, gas stoves, chesa electronics bi a bia no o call ye ka fama on sabe can be e wo honom say bomodi na hwe o machi kwan enne ya na kwaje odi e ka fam no odi na te se odi asem
Yama will cap from Yama will low price Cap from Ghana Limited, Edino Crepa. My wife can say, Minkoto Galaxy double door fridge. Now, when we check microwave, no share. And it's no. It's so make. I also do what you want to do. Bronya, Chedekasi, Asabomu. Say, Mokoto Galaxy 50-inch satellite TV. One home theater. Free. I don't know. Woto Media 12 kg inverter washing machine. And now, Samsung 50-inch UHD 4K smart TV. Free microwave. Wow. Auto 1.5 horsepower air conditioner. Free blender. Auto Nasco 6 burner gas cooker with oven. Free rice cooker. Free this lady a dose of but man fast here. Oman for actual gusu. Kafa branch BM. Move 0500 000105 and 0500 000 or Facebook and nipa like here a 800,000. Namunya Kafam our social media so na frosters emumu. Hey Kafam ya tete so zanga Misika enso katia roba anonso enso estate 9 now so empowerment se metwa ti me metwa ni suosuo me twati ya metwa no sochi adi cream so be dwaidie amana easy cra 3cd pa 3cd so dia kwa me e wo bi se me share ideal cream committee ana me kokomu a jai yeah ati da crown father
book store hwehwe ideal cream for fry the light blue asense wa e sochi ede na ne bo so da fem fd ahwehwe sa etwaten krato yimu agya tum seye
ha such wa okay yan create me to aso we here video so na my member studio no hanum say na okay ajubre why me da see na dwumedie ba ko bi honum si a ebo anyomtefo abaso ewo ye amano distributor Ghana for a wo moto nyom na dwumedie Ghana Music Awards USA na Ghana Music Awards USA mpeni for wa hanum say so be mo makwaba na yedi nkomo o ma te say nuanuma ne sa don d and kafito my baby kind so I'm saying don't answer saying
we know my you
say bem say now you tell me share me boy
yeah
last week na was okay
I think last 2 weeks
last 2 weeks okay all right Kapito
ozi
akwaba
yeah
okay just what we do town na yen share hu sana wa
we buy in chairs
now you wa woniama okay all right so yen nin komo Ghana Music Awards USA minim ni obefa ne kane minim say my baby did dwumedie bi han saying my baby sorry ni ne kaka ho dwumedie ba nti na di mo Ghana sisia na etiefo mu ti o mu nim na mo ma mu hu
we there ya da sipa say wa ma yesa akwanya on say you start in the beginning of the year na nyina no ye sheda emma Ghana ha ene Ghana media no menya any encounter bia na COVID ne buy na ke se ba match mu na COVID ne ba e be say dem anti yentimi ama anti akofo me na wo say ye ba na ye be da brand na di e kire omo a like Ghana media no and Ghana for engagements be with some of the musicians are involved because someone here momo that's the main purpose I buy ebedru also no media na agye feso yeah like you said yeah press story ma media na buy explaining yama actually womo the previous events no the way forward near the questions I buy so we try to answer some of the questions and yes almost support basically that's why I buy Kruma.
Okay, so talking about more that brand no edino obia wotie amanfo ni Ghana Music Awards of course we say, but Ghana Music Awards USA anti brand no Ghana Music Awards USA no dean pa poten.
Okay, brand beer yeah institute just to honor and celebrate today's most influential and iconic musicians are more Ghana and America. And the say musicians are all America no. I'm also power in Kofu baby no.
Just musicians they say Ghana nyom to form America.
America, yes. I'm also power I say it's very difficult to be home. Until yes we the person and say sena ye Ghana ha de e bomb abaso no. Yes ye person ye bi wo ho e bomb abaso e wo ho. But essence say Ghana di enti no. Ye be say Ghana for mo bomb ho modern so wa ha no. Ye be kan mo so abom. Na we abom ni na abaso. Apart from that na menyan so kan bibi about the be ye Ghana na person me kan nyama me so kan. Once your industry players be ma boy industry no so buy be my be mu citation in yama you buy say be this tablet ma school kwada o schools mo pen nyum ni sa nyama you be no so ni so kan so yeah basically that's what it is. Yeah.
Okay, so I know sir I think this year COVID-19 say no si kind no match na person over afie mu year I was privileged na around that time na me US approach me I was privileged to be there me baby hu yeah. And I was impressed because there are a lot of events amanoni abroche I've my core Ghana events ni bebre abroche and no bruni obi kan bi say it's a nice so just say o corner ko hese no see event na o try say mu bon kura na mani abrese mu ye event na mu dia na mu ye no o she o just say dia na mu ye no mu dia gra na mu ye dia. But in this case mu try yes even with the COVID ni nyama ekoso no muma mi hu I was impressed because I was like okay kofo mani abre dia na a ko muma akoba ne say okay we ye ndi agro ye ni abre pa ye adwuma.
Okay, yeah, share a program that's saying yeah coining idea no. We needed some sound industry players to, and I'm so glad said no. Go for me ni bi wa ha na omo kan ya ho. Marco Kreku and yeah board director Kwasi honest. I mean omo bon modern e bon aye chechen akwan nyema ye bitimi aye. Ama on say American ye wo no. And America so there was a honor all the Grammys big awards ni wo. And to pay bibia obeti Ghana enimu a eso ye bibia esefata bibia ben omo kakra so one do on po a untimi ye bibi mediocre. And ye say no oni bibi omaye go for like okay no na ya heavy misuma ko bia go heavy but I was say yeah raise standard no edu bibia a chief one so besua ebia na obi ani wa obema sa standard ntino I was say yeah mom sa standard no na omunye den na omundi echi and ntia that's the motivating factor and the other factor no so say don't say yeah go for bia yeah feel say yeah was say yeah nyema bi and am 2 years ni nyema na ye be no Ghana for betting.
Okay, so 2021 will be the what edition now Mayan for how many times no
the second edition. Yes, and because now you say I'm for take it serious because the seriousness I attach it to the maiden event no and na ema hu de hu ye no over there American we like you said who events be bria I feel say seriousness I attach it to the event na nkasa no anyhow it's not say organizers na good they are very good organizers but seriousness somebody be attached no it's we decided say we see this year there no so that ye go into next year at least ye will be a big so de next year no nti that's the main reason am I push say covid or no covid e will see yes ye be virtual no be amakra ye be ye na nyame ado my nipa akra bia yetimi e de ye free ho no going into 2021 no ye sua lessons be brave free last year no and kasai after this year kasai after event my tips be here and there your bag Ghana has also no peniphobia industry no mo akasa my ideas be brave it's ye be based on that now they are caught into 2021 so the be I bet me asasania makakra send dan from senior year and this year no until 2021 year we expecting something big from GMA USA 2021.
Okay, quickly make around there bia nimpeni fue ombe pese ombe bisa bibi tina mame chasing few so Ghana Music Awards USA bia bia pese obisa bia mpeni for no ase
I don't know say as an omo awards bisa is it Ghana Awards US is it the same thing we are talking about
Ghana Entertainment
na Kwasi ba ku bi na na say you awards be
Ghana Music Awards USA
we now okay and first edition na mwetimi ama nkofo artists and that's impressive because now we doing say different thing na ye can all together na me person me hu na o boss say musicians na ho no mo do so pa ye ni momo na after awards na mwa ben na mwetimi ayama bi ama se na be ya omo nyom no so ebe bahas because omo ye de share what I say nti niam na omo ye me hu ni say after awards na say baby kwan say maba amu beken omo so mwa ben na mo ye na preparation ben na mo ye se na be ya omo so nyom be dru han no so ye de age
minimum but is it a fair question? I'm just asking. I mean,
yeah, it is.
Yeah, because of the premise now. Yeah, free, you know.
No, because I'm wondering, it's a Ghana Music Awards. No, I'm just asking, sir, whether it's a fair. Because sometimes I'm wondering what they do to.
The piano, promo no TV, so me over and over. That some musicians we are that. Chata House advert now, my more Ghana. It's in a way no publicity near the near Bomonium awards no boa first time we do movie and all the tenure no. And so 3 months on the promoted the whole thing. So in a way na warm. It's na miss me bisa.
Yes, I have fair question.
Okay. What's the answer you were looking for?
No. Because you are obisa question. It's like
will you also do something for the Ghanaian artists in Nigeria when they win? Okay. It's not a question. That's it.
Oh no.
Wait in America.
So wait. Ghana. So what's our title? Ghana Music Awards USA. And a while I was say omudos mo hopa Ghana nyum so de ye nyina tie ya ye pese ewura ho so ba ha ne ade
so is it the responsibility now is it responsibility of the awards organizer said meaning more to showcase
entire number ton ha na no monton US so if you say
no I'm thinking say
you should find a way also
no it's a pro me na me fa nyum ni fa radio station na me
okay to me I feel a fair question to some
extent. You are
helping
then we should see something
yeah so what we are actually doing which we said at the press soiree and said we are trying to foster unity between the two countries say American foreign so there's a category be a next year which is collaborations of the year and the collaborations of the year should be between an American artist and then one of the artists in
US based
artists and then the Ghanaian based artists in Ghana so that for Sasa unity now or no promoting it in Ghana the Ghanaian gets to see say oh okay Stoneboy and Ubiaye and you more America and as American Nimbiso Ubiaye and you more so we have a category like that. I said your question is fair because of this particular category. Yeah.
You see the reason why I'm being business me business question but the reason I'm business on say awards na do so na so be sha even though yes say we be ya de ni abo abaso no sometimes nko for do so san nko for dwen say bia personal interest be ntina mo yenti sa no so awards be ni some relative maybe wa e was see after okay so what is it just ntina ma me bisa they make answers because you are saying you want to help the people then maybe what musicians no more no you know say see how can obi ti baby like I say is it may look like ebia or more na more take little advantage of them because they are there and they want to be known or heard. Because say I man promote you on kwama bet na promote, then it means say in a way no na make us say in a way no say
you throw a certain light on them eventually. Say yabaha ye can once me the next time when ye Ghana Music Awards US amount for attention abaso the artist ninya stage no na ojina so na perform here attention eba so and the premise I be a starting ye no trying to build a stronger industry in America because it looks like because obi a one be obi a ye na ade no you need like a compact idea I can say we nyina your industry bia who bibia a bit my director say okoha obetimi aye into that's the vision I dey echo into this you identify the artists na wo ho no na ye hu omonyom na ade I think say a process into sisi na ye hu bebre no now going forward their names will come up here and there sana.
So right after the event, one of the gospel artists, the winning gospel artist of the year, only emoji, Melissa Yankee, only emoji, and you say I'll be releasing very soon. So yeah, that's one of the things we are doing for them,
But I say, I know, my mom bring more and I'm into you, Kaka. Yeah.
Mebo organizers Nabaso. I was there a year. Now, wondering why Tina has a problem with them coming to promote their thing here.
I'm not saying I have a problem.
Promotion, so yeah. Especially when they are nominating Ghanaian artists, Ghanaian stakeholders, the woman there. I think that it's incumbent on them to promote the awards in Ghana. Now, me the mama very much excited and what they back. Artists need to be more US or no. I'm feeling some mama. Sometimes social music video. Now it's in your mobile. More mannerism, more approach, more feel some more rapia, more feel some more boom. Serious.
I mean, you're good though.
I mean, you're good.
Monsieur Branty of Virginia, Kofi Deshawn.
Kofi Deshawn, yeah.
Kofi Deshawn,
yeah.
The guy is good, eh?
Yeah,
oh, and only a latter decent.
No, I mean they are equal good.
No, and a latter decent for. Oh, me, but omuni momo. Say me come more session. Just a munim they make.
You even keep the name.
Yeah, I mean seriously. And when you see them in the videos, as if say when they what hane you crazy for. When you say no, they all know you crazy seven. But for me, I think say and there's one thing there, especially for my first edition. I did about I was so impressed that I'm not comparing, but VG me kwa the fact say more ensure some of the plaques recognition plaques and every nominee. To the extent that Modi Crab break Ghanaian artists na nominated Mohano. And for me, I thought that was impressive because and you'll be an winning. At the end of the day, there will be one winner.
And they're okay, they make recruit and say, when him so be said, that's a J award in Embreno US. Be seen as the award na kwa command mean to me. Ghana mom to me, yeah, was now Ube chasing. Son, they make recruit. What about him say, me now? Make VJ award or they man of black, no for black, no mammy.
You don't get some for the boot.
Me said that chasing. Oh, me say, black on fat. Plaque no mami akwese minjini plaque fan command of Virginia. Oh, that's my friend pay me chasing oh make you come back. VJ say make a collecting I won't can give him.
VJ.
I'm telling you. Oh. But this man said here, you know they give me the plaque make I go.
You don't get respect for.
And the qua farm command.
VJ.
Oh, senior.
Up to now, I chase him. I know they give me now tires. I no go chase him again.
Make you know
my plaques there. Tana some kwa award be just before election yeah. Plaques ma. You see the pan ko em so more how. Oh. What fear? Hey, plaques. I say you went halfway into halfway into the award but I'm the battery now. The battery hey award ye be fear neck because back to 200 backstage. You are not half a year.
Oh my home.
So Mercury, let's see the organizers. They have access. Any be my VJ.
No, VJ is very special.
It's special. Okay, all right. Okay.
Now, Kwasi, I think say time I'm who someone almost the plaques name and recognition plaques and I was so impressed. I knew that these guys were up to something. Now I was not surprised because AB almost studied VJM for a long time. And we are exposed in the American terrain as well. So then some combine it too and do the right thing. Now, Tina question now will be son. This is where I look at it from. Said dear no more yama artists no, and ABM had they will listen. VGMA, and again sorry for the comparison because Mark Waha. VGMA ain't anything monumental in my industry in the past 21 years, and I'm saying it here. Oh yes, I'm saying monumental. And listen, when you compare VGMA to Grammy, for example, what Grammy does or they have Grammy Care, they have Grammy school. Into every aspect of a Mwabiana industry in the Grammy are provided for. So Nemwa or the boa artists now that's the industry, for actually using their products over the years.
That's only a foundation.
There's a foundation.
Yeah, Ghana is VGMA foundation. No, I'm just.
I remember say a couple of years ago, time a year shifted from MTN Vodafone to MTN. I don't even at that press conference. MTN to Vodafone. Sorry. You see a year fund, VGMA fund. Up to now, we are suffering no fire in. So, regardless of all the good stuff they've done for the industry, nothing monumental has been done for the industry. We do not even have an exhibition center because okay. Over the years, legends exhibition center we are, and that's a walk of fame, hall of fame, nothing. So these guys, they give me the impression that they go almost starting. Bibi Papa be me about anything nebia, Hona nebia tina beso bisa kona uncle and say at the end of the day, what do we have to show for? Or contribution for the industry, because the industry must grow for your ours to grow. So what are you doing? Is it a fund be wo foundation be wo and see say artists survive also industry as awards came because it's a business. Let's not kid ourselves. We are in this for business. So ensure say products now we use so many players now we use some products now they are surviving so that your business too will strive. So for me I think said that's where your question when I can be boss me first edition and I was impressed. Because again, for them to do what they did for the first time, me bon say mom, but what at the end of draggy, beat me up a tonium bear 1 hour. First 5 performances as a lullabies and you're to a stage. I mean, come on.
In America, for now. Wow,
at the point in time, I thought it was a gospel
rock show.
Something. Yeah. So, and they've learnt. And I'm sure say the second edition, seeing how Omoko Yamoniamano, Ebefa.
Okay, let me just respond to the now about what are we doing for. Like I said earlier, we donate tablets. Usually sometimes you don't give only the musician like Grammy. I don't think it's what they do. Their fund is not for only the artist but they help those who also want to become musicians. So this year I've donated 10 tablets to brilliant but needy students who are interested in doing music. I've gone to schools. The videos are out there. So that's what, like I was saying, we've learned so much from so many things, and we are making sure that all these things are in place. So already, first edition, we've set something like this in place. So when I say
so there's one thing they do that now. No, so me bon wabaso. Only some more artist of the year USA. And for me, I think that was a good initiative because usually, your artist of the year for Ghanaian artists now making a lot of noise in the US. But then they consider say, listen, at the end of the day, you see a matter most. And so let's give artists of the year for artists of US are born home. And I think say I'm keeping it up. It's very good.
Thank you.
Mamima Halifax, I'm so be quickly. Now you wrap up on this particular one because there's the meat of the issue today. We will talk about the Choboy. DJ Boy. Meet you.
Obrako say we dey a quick one. In all honesty, I'm so my idea. I was there, So we nye bida. It's easier to sit back and just criticize. We pretend we don't like awards. Oh, we do so dodo. But Dr. U and Pobeya award. Obia could be pennyfo nyina could be ahimfo ne wine. Although he was just giving them underplate and calabash and Hausa cocoa flask. And say, our dear, but in all honesty, okay, let me say the good parts I've seen first. I like the fact say Mumma every nominee some citation and some certificate of some sort. Because sometimes so be 10 nominees over 10 nominations over 10 years, he has nothing to show. Then on the 11th year, somebody comes from nowhere, first nomination, then he gets the award. As if with you for the past 10 years, you've just been all over the place. I think it's a brilliant initiative. And when I saw it too, it was nicely packaged. Much less the other part is shocking me. Maybe it's just a second edition. Is it based on popularity? Is it based on production? Because I'm sure my voting scheme now, it is the same academy, board, and public. We would have thought, say, at this stage, we should, increase the marking scheme a bit. Where the marking scheme means not necessarily popularity-based awards. People like my president here have been championing for quality production. Okay. And sometimes the most popular songs are just fast food songs. It's like, so we would plead going on, no? Let's compare international best practices. Now, like the discussion before I came, something like Trig. He has some of the best production songs, but because Ensheda and popular type of songs for the mass market now, it's difficult to recognize them. And then you see, move on, you. Don't sit outside and think like the way people were thinking 50 years ago. When we say, what are you doing for the musicians here? What are you doing for the sector? Tablets. We've gone past that stage. My kid brother, my son, they all have tablets. Yeah, they're chimbo. Some of you, hold on.
Right, okay.
Some of you come down, you come and give us 48 size jeans, one filler shoe, don't green, one Reebok, and then $100. They went and shared tablets to school children. They have it. Ghanaian tablets is not an issue now. Compare international best practices. They give you an example. He mentioned something school where they can actually get proper training, something sustainable. The children in school, what they need now, I mean, please, it's the industry. Read our entire bill like we've gone past this tablet stage. There's a move from America no bar. Some with tablets here, and said be more my way move.
Matuase, but let me say only one thing. Just one thing. You see, fortunately for us, they okay Matuase you, but schools now only say their entire school doesn't even have it. So they're all kind of the medium to the fullest way.
You think still tablets are a big deal for this industry?
I'm talking about school children. We are building the capacity of.
And we are saying, what are you doing for the industry? So you are sharing tablets to school children in the rural areas.
This is our first edition, and
it starts from somewhere.
And we are telling you that we've started something. So meaning,
I think where you are getting wrong is that you are trading in the arts, and then when you want to do something for CSR, you chose outside the arts and went to some village, school be, they are in need. We agree, but arts and ankasa over the business no, we influence being now by art in him. What I say, the influence no more can you say which are the yes but we the people in the industry must be the beneficiaries.
The direct people you benefit from.
Yes,
no more.
Yes,
it's just like your birthday. We say, what are you doing for the industry as Marco Krikuman? They say you went to an orphanage to donate rice. Yes, it is good, but in today,
but be a minya misikan all these years no, and
okay.
Now they use a tablet.
Yeah,
Christianes,
the board in Gakrao. The board.
Christianes, those who are listening to us,
I appreciate it.
$50 is not money.
Hold on, Mark. Hold on.
Samsung tablets.
Joe boy.
Oh, I mean, what you're saying, you're okay, no, you're too I mean, the more I explain that chair, we'll take it into consideration. But they're not making say, yeah, baby, I have any so. I'm a person who's and you upon it. I'm a person who's and you yeah, only a bomb now. No, I have it. See, this one thing we need to understand, okay, boss, but you don't do that. That's one thing we need to understand. Obia one division, division. But when you enter into an industry, there are some certain things I was so what we are ready to learn, but to condemn it totally, and that's where the problem is.
But we're afraid of feedback.
Oh yes,
you see.
No. I mean, no. We understand.
These are the people you are doing the thing for. You're not doing the award for only the people who are going to consume the thing. We must soon get two more. What you say? Fan say na wunim baby I was saying your culture is different. If you are home, only say brofo. More value flowers, pa. I can show you say, me all the flowers bring birthday. What happened?
Okay.
Contomere so crow we me the aduane value. We do talk about flowers. It should tell you that geographical some value for DBR. It's the value you have on tab. The people you are doing the thing for now don't value it.
Okay.
Take in. Next time you do your research. What do you value as a society?
Okay.
Now they are back. We move on.
Thank you.
Okay. Because
because I think sir, congratulations to the team. Omoyade, Don and Kwasi Capital and the team Nina. I was the board chairman for the awards for last year, and Juma from voting event in one share team members Nina, Uncle Fredima, Mickey, the team Nina, Kwasi boy Juma Kesia pa na yada support will be also at the Majumedenas, and I believe said on CEO Kano is a learning process. I feel that this is the first edition. VGMA, Kwawoma could do the 20 something, and still another lapses. They are still growing. How much more? Yeah, I feel the shots. And even look at it, America. Who you awards for America? Because the difference, traveling distance is a womb. Any difference? Far different from even doing like in Europe. And yes, somebody has to travel about 10 hours. 8 hours to even come to Virginia to where you are doing the thing. And yeah, it's not been an easy exercise, but I believe saying Yankopon where I find name to 2 year cost not buy and no more cost would Ghana for year to media support in Bibiano. Ghana Music was 2021 a bear bibia a bear crabeshe, and I believe say investment soon here, sikasam sponsorship soon here, and I make us say Jumedi or master to know a very important see be open up. Ghana for a person who showcase of no more America trade fund and drone they are doing now. It's an opportunity. I need to my boy man on cost on our so it's a very good exercise.
May I say, unfortunately, Breno, because there's an issue with eating accounts. So, don't be chat or Kofi Capital. Maybe I mean, I say Kofi, then I'll be chat or cry. Yeah, Capital.
Because you better say, na yada penifo omo Aboagye ne omo nyina so futu omo de amaye nyina yebesum na yede aye adwuma se be 2021 be bigger ye hwe ni mu say August 2021 ene be anti communication bia wa yebesa mo so ate na Aboagye.
Before I don't baby, big shout out to my friend, buddy. In fact, I don't know me from Virginia, Atlantic City. Yeah, maybe I'm here. G, yeah. I think he's listening. I sent him a message. I said tablet 4.
Anyway,
don't meet you.
Yeah. The industry now see for the constructive feedback. So far, and actually, in the crown. Feedback na ba no ya so anyama bebre wom next year no ya best samba you see one thing is say Ghana Music Awards US next year no it's going to be a festival, a whole weekend of festival starting from Friday to Sunday, and we will come up with the list of things we'll be doing exhibition nti ba e de bebre mo na eja mosomu yama
nyamisha so big shout to Confidation, Virginia, and to you as well, G. Yes, 2G's Medasa Papa Nyamisha. I mean, anytime in Virginia, Obama Dianse, Obama Meniaji, Nyamisha. So, Yabrena Kaka Krabi, but Persia sa industry issue. Yes, I say Yawada Momuti, what they say, you can't say creative industry bill, no. One more apasi. Na asemba kwa mse be yen komodie pa na manfo ka ho asem I mean, a dean in your car. I'm just looking at the bill and I decided to chew poppers, my hair line by line, everything, paragraph by paragraph. I've circled areas and Bible has said, you bet me a moon comono, ye kakra. Yawada, yani urama kukricum and take din como. And then Bible kind so if you are saying T. Mark, I can't have a bill.
Yeah.
Okay. So, a dean on a be person of creative industry bill. Almost say, okay, creative. So great. Microphone is up. Or be a bit creative art industry. No, I'm say a tautology, me boy.
Yeah, I have mentioned, and the LI will change.
LI will change.
Yes.
Okay. Into bill now, when to me answer something. LI best son. Okay. All right. So, yawa de din komo. Just your opening remarks. Sorry. Saying, how do you feel now? Do you think say CCR no what that between that was suma? Do you feel say yes, Mabo Juma, and that we need the game changer no and saying it to my Mark?
Okay, you better be asked for baby be our support here yet to me ababedu with bill and now act at the moment. Shakespeare books one can Shakespeare can not say we scotched the snake, but we've not killed it. Because new documents are not per se NIBD. It is the result, it is the outcome of the document. It's yes, be celebrity, but honeymoon and yeah forever, just short lived. The most important thing is how Emrano eba besesa the results and as the outcome of people who practice the trade. It is say the yes, Brunya young honeymoon, say it me a pass a belt, Brunya de beginning. But January corner, say any Jan is over. It is how the office will be established, recruiting Nipa, Juma, how I able lobby to get the right budget to begin to work, to get the Creative Art Fund in place. So that Nyamani Libria promise, president vision from 2008 when he wasn't even a president, able to my ba. Send by 4 years time, on to instantly be him as a president, or can say, memory so. That meets me away. Promise I'm a ma creative art fund. So if it may Jan Kwan Fefe say, or no, what I'm a creative industry, I senior or promises of a soy and why.
Okay. Me call your panel members na me busa nsem no. Send be on benya kwan because I hear me share say me busa questions now. Omunya chance cry because the brain na aka no. Ma mentuma no na. Ora me ma share say na. Questions e bia mark wa idea. Yan to be man no na yanko ani.
For now the Akameme will just opening remarks. Questions no would come as and when. But first of all, just like you, a few others, my member industry ni na baso first. Na mesambo minister. I don't know if it's appropriate for me to say outgoing minister. Maybe I am maintaining, I don't know. But member minister Barbara Otinje since abaso for effort out this year moon and ensuring say bill way be passing. Mesambo every other executive from Mark to Creative Art Council member Bia or ye Juma Socrates and every other executive Bia or ye or ensure ye say bill will be passed no mabaso because this is huge. This is monumental to your industry no. Now we can also not say this and also not give shout outs to omo drafted bill way from the NDC time no ABPN no. But most importantly no omo I believe say a BBA a highly commendable and laudable into say about obia or ensure say bill way no ya pass no say about nabaso. But I can agree with Mark when he says honeymoon should be short lived because at the question na kasa no ewo ho. But I just went through the bill and I'm really excited. And I'll be very much surprised if anybody is out there agitated over Sabi way. Because we should be women there's job for all of us. If
I'm not particularly excited.
Okay.
And why I'm not particularly excited, meaning, but maybe as your question, you better start doing common. Days goes by.
Yeah, like I said, no, yeah.
Meaning, say when we say this is creative, creative for more expression.
Yeah.
But when we say to me of the creative for no, I could share a biansa, and you see the powers in our crowd president. I don't know when you say this entire agency, no, the beyond baby and is controlled by the government. Members even on the agency, no, they are even appointed by the by the president. And TBBI is just run the powers that the president has over this particular thing. And a bit me a juma baby for fraud. But me mom dear, I'm not comfortable with it. And just like and that minim say nothing na somehow I be a omanpanyi pese omunye agency. Because I'm comfortable with maybe dental council, medical and dental council. So they are able to regulate the industry the way they want it.
But no, it's not backed by law.
What's it?
Ghana Medical Council, no, group, you know.
Yes, but I'm saying that you see how they regulate.
No, so if it's backed by law, unya support, some relevant support from a buyer, it must be, somehow.
I think it's not entirely correct. Because
let's find out.
Because we said you can't set up. You can't. Yes, you can't set the council. Yes, because you can't set up. You wouldn't mean set a pharmacy without going to take license from the like pharmacy council. Yes, those things. Yeah, so it's not entirely correct.
Medical council.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying council. Yeah, those councils. I'm saying so. It comes under council. Councils in there. Yeah.
More said that in cabinet this thing came up.
Okay.
Because you have language here. If you can say, why would you want to stifle these people, creative people? And my argument was that Sanya said they are creative people, so leave them. Leave them. They are creative people, leave them. And then because of that, Obia between Hodia buying say a few wash this area says says sports when it comes to creatives. And the Pakumi money didn't have, but on the Pakuma's legal backgrounds are like you, who said, but councils are buying amount to me. They are backed by law. You can't mess up. And they are councils, but industry for the money or more business. But the reason why some of us pushed for the agency is that maybe I've tasted how the tourism side near Juma, Akwesiajima office. One say young area han sebe in quotes. Nipa so yeden kakra. Even the people who consume music to take money from them.
But Mark me to you na anod na kasa me ban so but okay. The reason why I'm a me am kasa am if why do you give all the powers to the president?
Okay.
Already Omanpenyi will to me bebre. And I'm saying that Omanpenyi no appointing the chairman, the executive secretary, the members of the board, everything. And it's not dangerous for the industry. Who said that's why I'm saying me particularly there, I'm not I know now council do that.
For me, I can understand why
the other members are not from president, from the domains. They are members on the board who are not from the president.
Check it out here.
No, president, you obey.
Well, read. I mean,
no,
read
read it. Obey Boche.
I'll point it out.
Executive secretary.
Obey Boche, any executive secretary.
I'll point it out.
Any yes, any the other agency, also like you said.
But Kwasi, I think we are not getting something right. The council can still be formed, though. This is different from a council.
Oh yes, that's why I friend saying, Papa, your friend saying, Nyum Twin Rasta. Echo Micah.
Correct. Wonderful.
Yeah.
So the council can still be formed. Before this document, we all the various groupings, leaderships now on. I think so. Creatina Bisa say, can we move on this with the council? No, I say yes. We have the right to form the council. So this one is like the agency, which is the government rep. On say, Obeka, honorable Barbara Tinjesi, Oko vetting, on Bisa and say, a creative side, no. It has a weakness in the ministry. No, council, but the directorate in the ministry, which will hold the creative Niamano. Then you also better directorate and say the whole ministry room we are near cop more because hey who's a signboard cry about art in him somebody. Yes, it's to tell you that the human resource cry on they don't know about the arts. So the government needs an agency that will help them with the creative side. Yes, about tourism, and they be complaining say tourism Yamana and Ekoso. So the council can be formed with its own members. Then the council will liaise with the agency so that government budget. This document went to Attorney General as a council. Attorney General argument say government cannot be giving money to individual private sector to run their business. So if we say we want to see ourselves in the budget, dear, government must have a wing that will fight that fight. And yes, idea and forget it.
Okay, so quickly, I know before
yes,
again.
Even council no call can. I hear now government doesn't give money to pharmacy council.
Don't problem. You let him read.
So okay, I think Article 42.
Yeah.
Okay, 14 or say the president shall, in accordance with Article 70 of the Constitution, appoint the chairperson and the other members of the board.
Kwasi,
Yes.
board.
Yes, but the board more or less. I don't know.
Yes, board members set policies. No.
Yes.
Yeah.
But only BB.
But Ukoma, you see that it's from the domains. Ukoma, you see.
Oh,
it is not president. Yes.
Yes, it's there. Your fear, the fact say, arrogating a lot of powers to the president. Big boss. All these years, yeah, you didn't know by we in similar powers no way. So if this time around say the powers no my president, na you be regulation, you be funding, you be structure, na you be progression of your industry, yeah. Thumbs up. And no here because power here the my over 100 years I
don't know who behave with this I say the destiny or the they say okay intermediate
when your destiny asem.
Have you been following the course public investing bill?
Oh,
any idea you take for ne can
you see and me tell say
you don't see say dangerous
me tell was here no
laws are subject to amendments. So may higher for now you to start from somewhere.
Exactly they can me know your dream but you see you would you see before the you see so why don't you allow it to go because power is no way on. So if there's somebody who says listen regulation you call left structure you call right funding no some me I will not me
you see you have a border president and OE almost the entire membership of the board.
Kwasi Aboagye.
But he has told you exactly where
Kwasi one asok president Nimo asok wo otini baby Attorney General and omkwaji permit and as a license on hot for me asok board no machi two thing omujina court
and patcho ni ayeke mo bi nya ne tse bia na Akufo-Addo nya personal thing because say bi na Akufo-Addo obefi so okọ 4 years ni obefi so
exactly.
So president who asem ya kan na Akufo-Addo asem patcho uti
America say not mention names you only say president
ATF obi ba ko is okay
yes this is the office.
It's the office.
Anyway, it's good you are doing this. We do want to
no, of course. But when him, me major problem no apart from the good stuff.
But her question was answer.
The question.
Me say aso. President ni mo he. Otini baby. Attorney General on license. They are operating. Board ni match 2 they are in court. Yan e select here home. Obi enya president ni mo he. Yeah.
Confusion.
The co-election they vote to.
Yeah, you
understand? Music has work court. And also president.
Actors court.
President moment they say.
No. And in the enterprise in the enterprise president is that.
Nigga, the son is any sanity.
What the 2 years was sending back? What the 2 minutes? Sending back compensa. Ufi
Kwasi, there are a lot of boards I work Ghana here now president and appointed board members. Ekoye ebi nkoye nti yen mo pa ne de na be de be koye. That is what we need to do. What you say? And you see and yes sorry happen not or fan names bill no action where so selecting the members from. What you say? Nti me look as if say the president will sleep, wake up and says oh Tina go and sit on the board, Mekiko go and sit on the board. No, there's been stipulation in the bill. Say fafiha.
Oh, expertise now. They are now actually constitution. So the presidents are appointed based on fine expertise and this and that. And now I catch you fifia.
No, but he has told you exactly where the members should come. Me seriously, baby, I must have a problem. The fia bano. Oko border or so be chairman befi ministry, right?
Chairman is the minister. The
minister, yes.
Tourism, yeah.
Executive secretary of the agency. And a seven from the industry.
Even minister of trade, the cross board, no.
Yes.
But Mark, is it not interesting, sir? We are asking government to give money for the fund, and yet when they come to the power.
My cancer, Attorney General, issue a man, yes, safety, call honey.
You want the person's money, and
yes.
You want his power.
Yes. Attorney General say. Attorney General.
I think.
Attorney General
say. Question. I think that will simplify argument too much.
No,
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that if you give that power to the president alone, say president and chairperson, executive secretary, point all the other members of the board. I'm saying that dangerous.
No, I don't see it that way.
Kwasi, at the moment, opposition cry akum. Ayifui, yam crofi, DJ Bonyum Yanko, Wanga Tiase. Opposition, guess what? The opposition even said that industry are better.
Bautie, Nya Kwasi, and how ye are. Socrates, ye wakrama ko ye.
And then my bacho Kwasi, no so nkasa because you dey my bacho.
Oh yeah, oh Socrates, my men can't say now.
They do can some say obi tika mu asisi a. Bacho men can hwe me say.
What do you reference?
There be that reference men can. Bacho men can hwe.
Unya innocent sir, nti men try to say you innocent.
Only Socrates, only Kwasi away. Then that one came.
Because me say they're very contentious, no, and moving forward, I think that is where Mark and Co would have issues. Members are supposed to come from industry domain. Here there was no specification.
The domain is listed. The domain is there. No. Domain is
well. Check domain for the board.
No, the domain is the article. Let me refer to article 32. Article 32. Yeah, it's there.
New media. Who from the new media? Which aspect of the new media? Yes. New media is broad.
Because new media Hong Kong no. You awesome.
Bloggers
say I see new media and creative services industry. So form the association. Say the association for the new media and creative services.
Okay.
Na way. Say be a music industry or honum say. Yeah, music industry or honum say. So offer be a fashion, beauty and modeling.
But say me say confusion
okay.
Because even fashion alone there were over 100 associations. Music industry wakan bokosano. You music. You go Dixon.
That's why it is good the president is appointing. Okay, say Kwasi, I do an argument with them. When Ola said that, dating many person causes a draft, from association to think tank. It was this same room.
President onim music industry, no.
Yes.
So the advice is going to be given by people like Mark Okreku Martin.
Yes.
And you see, that's what I'm saying. It's dangerous. No? So Mark, on him you're fine. Munfa Kwasi Aboagye. Me onim dia kama. Munfa Kwasi Aboagye nkosho. Because I'm saying that it's going to be chronism.
Kwasi.
Because see, Kwasi, even the slot for the domains are less than the domains.
No.
And less than the domains. So it doesn't mean that every domain will get a rep on the board. No.
This is the domain recognized by the Emrano.
Correct. But that doesn't mean that domain be a rep because space net down less than the domains.
But Mark, so
15, correct.
Yeah, so Uni Hanuma, it means that the law does not recognize you. You can't be on the board, Anna.
The only domain.
Yeah.
Oh, the domain I capture almost will be out.
Yeah, and I capture will be out then fine, you are in.
Correct, that's what I'm saying, but you might not have a rep on the board. See, if you say me, if it's audiovisual, if Socrates is on the board for audiovisual, we can talk to a film, but audiovisual covers music and film.
No, but ASOC, so let's say from maybe someone ASOC, no, you know audiovisual number.
Yes. It was here, I remember ASOC, Gamro.
Yeah, because you do music and both. You do
Correct.
Yeah.
So you see some of the things they adopt to say music industry, but Obia representing music and film on the border. Is you a
Kwasi
Halifax. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Me say okasa yawa. Adie
Entinam so my ko min ko.
Adie say ye nyina aboa ye benya baby ahye. Ye wo FNA research and documentary programs training ye dey ye say omunya magazine kra.
Choboy.
Halifax, baby.
Well, Rakwesi, on a very serious note, I say yemboy nyina yabaso, especially your mom lady front no. Yenyina ya kan be nenso a few people no musu ade no ankasa omo ko parliament for lobbying in some late night meeting me no yet studio na ya kan to be but they were actually there. The oppositions they face be much petition against it. I didn't go to defend the petition. So we congratulate you. It is my prayer say mudimbeko book bimu just for reference one day. Say in the year of our Lord 2020 when this bill was passed into law acts bribia yes asimasi we are making history. But because this is going to be the institutional framework that the entire industry be busy on. So this is the crinkum crankum. This is the crust of the entire matter. This is the main meat. As for as for your other promises, no, I was saying behind the scenes, say any incompetent person can build an auditorium. It takes money.
Yeah.
Just brick mortar land, you will build it. But my brother, lobbying and influencing and getting this thing passed goes beyond money. It's a combination of skills, lobbying skill, understanding the issue, bringing people together, negotiating, foresight,
tolerance. Tolerance.
And from this lobbying skills now.
Because
you understand what I mean?
You go opposition, you go on that side saying that. Oh, we've not seen the
opposition opposing the opposition.
Yes.
And
we've not seen a document.
And see my idea.
And how you tolerate
my idea. I don't know. I was taking it from another angle, but let me come to where Bragwese started because then we all discuss one thing. Bragwese, this shouldn't be an agency. Yes. An authority preku.
Yep. Totally agree.
Once and for all. What dear? Kuna na trinity preku. We'll get there someday.
Yeah.
I mean, that is what I am envisaging. He who pays the piper calls the tune. You cannot eat your cake and have it. If we leave this thing to be what some people say it should be, where will the funding come from? Who can negotiate here now yet then? It's all about funding. It's all about political willpower. And to say, we are fortunate, say, it is going under the president, Sankasa. That is where the power is. I mean, that is where the real power is. But if we make it, a quasi private thing, and I say, we'll be going round, minim, yeah, nah, dear son, we achieve nothing. It was a Ghana Tourism Authority, not an authority under the president. Show me which other agency under the Ministry of Tourism has done better than the GTA. None.
It is expected that on the enactment of the bill, a person.
Let us join you. Where are you?
I4.
Close.
And your close.
And they are done here. It's close on this section.
Because he will on a nebio. He train pay straight.
Master, cancer page 2.
Straight.
That is not. I mean, document nam kutano on copy 2. I mean, you see, I.
I'm saying intro.
I mean, him be a friend.
What's it?
Ivy.
I think
Ivy. I say
Ivy.
No, that's not a kind. No more. You say Ivy. It is expected that
Ivy as a woman.
It is expected that on the enactment of the bill, a person who intends to establish a creative act enterprise will, after incorporation or registration of a business, register with a creative art agency before commencing operations. So Halifax,
yes.
Right now, what it is that before I buy a record label, be we in Yabape. Oko register a company or register general.
Yes.
Do you know you have to go and see agency before you can commence business?
That is how any civil society is operated and regulated.
Yeah.
For instance, I may have a company called Halifax Health, but before I establish a hospital, SM called GM before no. What does this sport? What does this sport there? Just like media houses, you still need to go to the NMC and register with them. Does it mean it is not the president who appoints the NMC chairman and whatnot? So, say a Gino Trasa would have what happened last month, that somebody says he has established a company, so he is going to do an audition for film, for pornography, and was advertising openly on social media. However, I would say, well, I don't need your license to operate. You understand what I mean?
Dr. UN.
Yes.
Agency bar. Dr. UN do into
I don't need your license
people
to
know
operate.
where to check whether a legit award scheme before they go.
I don't need your license to operate. In the Bragwe say, we would all fall in line at the end of the day. But what
Which
I
is
know,
good. Which is there now. Where's it? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Halifax also, yeah.
I mean, we would all fall in line eventually. As we can compare the ASOGs and the other agencies they mentioned that are not under any presidential regulation, compared to the GTA alone, which of them is yielding results? So why do you fix it when it's not broken? Why do you go and reinvent the wheel and create problems for it when you are saying that when we leave it for among ourselves, we don't respect authority. Even this beautiful thing that has been passed, Bompai said the president should quickly sign. I don't know when it's coming from, his UK. On sign on time, after it has been passed, you still have one or two people say that I was not consulted. You brackets were you consulted? Meanwhile, the also who is not consulted, no, your contribution to this sector, he can't match you 10%.
Consultation there will be over cancer because the consultation went on. Meaning, Dubois Santania, they are some year.
But still, OBC, I'm going to tell the president I was not consulted. He shouldn't sign. Yes. I don't just want to glorify him by mentioning his name, but they all know. So, say if we leave it among ourselves, I'm not sure. Say the
democracy too.
I mean, the Nipano Kano.
I'm saying,
and I want to leave it among. Which one is the democracy?
That is how democracy.
You see. You can't democracy, and then Libya go. If we had left Libya to be under Gaddafi as it was,
but you are practicing democracy, so don't say.
I'm coming. There is a way you practice democracy.
There's
no. There are sometimes you need to close your eyes and do the right thing.
No, if democracy does not allow that, you don't.
Sometimes the masses are asses. Sometimes the masses are asses. I gave you an example of Libya. When the man was doing his thing, we said, no, you have a democracy. Yeah. Which one would they prepare?
But you're not saying democracy is good. I
didn't say you said it is not good. I'm saying that
you are not saying that. Because that's the impression I'm getting. No, I'm saying who creating impression said democracy is not good.
Creates our impression. No. I said there is a way you practice democracy. That sometimes the masses are asses. So you need to close your eyes and do the right thing. The end will justify the means.
You see, democracy, you use law. And say,
this is law. If the creators as people believe in democracy, they should believe in this law that we've all agreed that this is how the agency will be established.
Saying that the person who said he's not seeing it, it is your prerogative to speak like that. That's democracy, but it wouldn't change this document.
It wouldn't change it.
And again, and Halifax was also say, because of your culture, the people who operate this trade, your culture be of everybody, the ego because that speech sounds very egoistic. Say, me who yenti. But the people at the north, they are still practicing the trade. They are doing artifacts and stuff. How many of them will get a chance to see this bill? Would they also come and say, me who bill yenti? You can't do it. But you will hear some of these things maybe other groupings. It is often
even
common.
Lawyers who have come together to form the Ghana Legal Council. Omumpo. That they should know and they like debate and even they allow themselves to be regulated. So, Brother Chris, it is a beautiful start. I pray we come together. Law. If we start and it is not good, we say Choboy, hey, in penny for Mrs. Alon. It's what happened.
So great. Yeah, me too.
Adia ba ko ameme de me feel say ebeboa pa me hu law allies or whatever and de beba ne say in the regulation now kind one ebeboa yin pa the first thing I'm expecting
say a bill.
Yeah.
Bill.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nia ebeba ne pa ne say see a year audit of the industry. Na yetiminya
that enya umpo say enya say esia emra say it will take place.
Yes.
The moment emra ye adwuma pe.
Okay.
Everybody.
Okay.
That auditing will take place
yes.
automatically. Yeah.
Na the obia nipa mienu miense hia ya form association. Ye kokanta we. Ye wo ebia musica. Nipa mienu miense bi efo say musica for no mu disca. Ye kwako ye pesi ye ko ye president. Ye nya president ntino ene ne mene Arnold. Yakoti ho. Ni enso yekoye de.
But there's freedom of association.
Freedom of association, but you see one thing na way by yen say sometimes this association okofa unuanom ne mason fo bi wo ba bi che say association no check association no kra credible. Nobody dwan ho. Freedom of association do. Emra ye kasa no so mdi dwan ho, but sa audit ni ba obetimi ho say nti association we credible and na credible.
Requirements.
Yes.
Prerequisite. Bibia eche say you are be recognizable say we association that some of the associations what some of these people do is that you can be an association but you not be recognized. The ma brochi almost system no e won say obi ana wonko but obi won say your equity is not visible. Ti wa na be say adi musica yempo musica equity no you can't delete it.
Mark, that is how the world is run. It's not all political parties the EC allowed to go and contest elections. But you're a political party.
Yeah.
We will say that it's not democracy. So you should have some certain
standards to be.
Intimino and no enemy feels say one of the biggest challenges what power industry. Now law way bar a bit taking care of Sadia no. Obia sorry or your way, waste and no china way sorry or your way. Just say Obia bibia. This is one industry I may feel say Obi who bibia. I say I ton pure water. Even pure water ton crampo no baby omoton no. O bemwa obi introduce John Shemu Hanse. O beton pure water wa. Untimi so free fia ma begina say so beton. Omo wo mo pani wo ho. But this industry na ye baby a obia sorry or be bibia keke na create confusion nature say Chale,
okay. Beer water.
Wabata beer no. La beer water. Wabata beer no.
Tina Bram quickly, ma'am. Na me koko siana so. Tina minti ya. Yeah.
When the creative art bill in the European industry for na hwe ni mu ache and finally abedu. Na me this is not the time I me sure say we be ka say yentwi wa ha say na obibi can. The reason is majority no and na ka so even other people from the other side no from what Mark was saying almost you're interested in whatever abano. So there's a time I collectively per se ye juma and I say per se omuteki ye serious and I say more relevant then and industry for no so no the way you market so the way you evaluate the value so better so if you start in the early stages you show say mukramuni ready you are not serious it's definitely of course we cannot all agree on certain things but say adie na majority see anywhere then I think the other people should also mountain maybe as and now can say president HUC or ebia because only industry G advice and all that say advice ni fee omo lobby for this bill to be passed now. Me sure say brown my brain how passionate they are about this whole thing no. Sebi omo mo bia keke enkotina board no sungu many mas because ya pass you but how e be effective no omo dwen no so ho. It is obeja advice I mean sure say so wo bre pass and the nyina hu say it wasn't easy now. You will not compromise it. So it's up to omo hono. The right thing must be done, not friends and answer we. Send a bill now ya pass no. Obi answer to you say yes. I didn't buy into existence no. Economy man answer be boy.
Me that say me ko kwesi there so but kwesi before we be no. One just two quick things. First one has to do with executive secretary. Ebi rutu so okay Mark CCR there say executive secretary no. Emfama on there. Me nim I know what president is him. But me tie lecturer o tie me no one send message back say kwesi you have lost the debate so concede. Say no dia mama me say so me see me kasa bio. Anything I'm seeing beer water now me koka because I've lost it. Me say manubo kiti me nka bio. But I think one friend too has sent us message. Michael so tie fisa komono. I say Michael chia na the message in a console me kakra. I say mostly it is the implementation that brings you see the challenges coming up.
Yeah.
And sure say yes. I mean it's a fine thing that bill no ababa be yembra ye be be adwuma but ye implement here when sure say some of these challenges pepper be who say nyama ni bi wo be warrior be pian be ka say yes yan ye cars ye pe but ade no high so let's all pray and let it work na ye hwesenia ebeko enti I concede and there Amando
see where there mama mrebu kakra okay yeah meeting bi wo late in the night and the mark yaka dia market ho ya din o say okay. But you see send your beya finance obe release this karama yen no ye dia adwuma no
wa fa post ni dada
oh there be on can say on no or say law no say finance be release this car I say ba council no ye dia adwuma no no e ho no na ese ye hwe no
ho
but I said they are all ni nyina wo emrenum
ni na wo emrenum na mo no
ha be
you be fa so a
oh but say mrano I mean states I think say
oh what's the Ministry of Tourism Art and Culture they get the budget all right but it is the relationship between the various ministries and the budget no e bi di anim adwuma we so and me baby a wo mu say obi anko register now boss no ne say we want to use the data to do the argument say these are the number of people practicing this trade and because the numbers can surprise them say
no but interestingly we talk about numbers ni sika bi asese munya o kan am rana and I've read it like they told you too I bakwa mi hu a pim kakra is figures now emrenim for no use they back about contribution to the sector no it is from the people in the craft people who do craft and you see the figures 2010 2012 now I'm asking say that is why I never fast our document way I say so how come say I buy you 2 million Ghana cedis the ma musica and the key thing for this can say yenye sa research way so I'm saying that because that is the problem we hear say budget even in tourism creative art because you don't have data you don't see your contribution then I'm saying so if KPMG for years research where how come that it does not feature in a document like this
but I don't say only music
yes but I'm saying that you don't see music contribution because you just send your capture document okay it is the craft no more export to they're looking at nyama ya difi ko Ghana ya ko ton wa manoni the contribution
America what's in the kasa e ko Ghana
you know ya de ko manoni that is the contribution that they are using to back this document but I'm saying that so what happened to document like this
so what's a document you want some baby and I concentrated too on just music but this document is for the whole fraternity it registry no will open our eye we will see maybe from where we sit we have underestimated the numbers our China 2 years realities will begin to show.
So I'm just looking, I said the creative arts industry, for example, contributes significantly to the national economy, as evident in the statistics on total export of Ghana. For example, handicrafts, which are an element of creative arts, showed an increase of 47% from the 2,078,000 United States dollars in 2010 to 4,099,000 United States dollars in 2012. So I'm saying the figures now more they back document. It is from people who are doing handicrafts.
They took this from Ministry of Trade. What's the Untitled? Say but if you trade, because that document we or board, it tells you so we presentation to the right quarters na ebia anko ekwan so a ebia na amedi Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture any. That is why we in the bill Minister of Trade, Minister of Trade, our board no so
sure
correct, because we've always been doing this job without considering our ministry but our ministry and so and about our export.
And nothing said this is under the presidency. If musical was under the presidency and or research, these figures go straight to them.
Tivem say ama uncle do baby and never circle. That's why it wasn't considered. But again, as I am about leaving, I'm sure I'm late. Almost a Yikasa Stoneboy Kasan. Munyamba Kaya a few months ago, Stoneboy called ambushi upon minister. Upon Kruma on social media.
Instagram,
correct. We did that meeting. That time we did Zoom. Minister Tourism, Arts and Culture, Madam Abrotin JC, Minister Information upon Kruma, myself and other people. Trigmatic was on everything. So I'm surprised, say Stoneboy, who was crying that things were not happening this year. They don't have platform to sell their product, and then I didn't think upon Kruma interest in yes amity no. Most I feel boom abapa. I don't know how to reconcile the two.
Yes, boom abapa. It's a boom play.
Yes, but I'm saying that if it is to buttress the argument that these platforms, the YouTube and all of that, scabadia, and I don't know what top here, and also soon this year.
But I'm sure, sir, I can understand. Metina say if you baby say, ebia enyo osuama no kwa ne ho ebia so no kwa or okay. But I think maybe he's looking at the industry in general.
Okay. When the entire microphone we are banned, MTN Play. It's been around for a long time. Every year, MTN Fair Industry for no meeting talk about digital space. Me for the past 2 years they don't invite me. They invite me once per. But I'm say every year, I don't know if they go or not. Almost will be at this platform to be back from an egg. These are. I don't know. Correct me, mom. Very good with the online. I am believe, but you hear them on iTunes, you hear them on Boomplay, Spotify. Is it because they are offering better deals than the Ghana-made platforms? I'm asking these questions before we force ourselves into government-giving platform now causing financial loss to the state. Because the ones that are here, the Ghanaians don't patronize it. But they blame government for not getting platforms. And they are on other foreign platforms. Are the foreign platforms not bringing money? We need to find the answers to these things.
Okay, maybe it's an issue. Yes.
Yes.
Na yedi hun komo.
Yes.
Right. So pese ujai honum say ko. Dear Crown and I'm saying, I'm saying, we be crab, but I'm saying, really, if I should have just put this thing somewhere. So, executive secretary, Ope,
me pacha, me can't say me executive secretary of
because this is a president Negu, president Negu
7th
by 7 January. Negu. Into office Christian is a creative arts council,
but depending on because with the agency and cause other name in Bahamas we have to change venue on the about 4th or 5th of December one Frank Beno came in door that's a man Frankie 5 I saw Kai me say 7th year ko na nye ya mama nsi ebiem timi kwa me load me nyama preto no you go election na nye ya mama me ebiem and money because the green people will choose their leader for the council. I'm Sir Frank Marty. Yanko pound me be.
You do bibia. Walo do nyama.
Me for most. Now found it. Also packet boxum. Iti we to say why ye nim who president will appoint to be the executive secretary. Obia lobby whether you want to stay or whether you want to move on, because they can say that Wejman Sweni is a prerogative of the president. Say Wejman Sweni TC form. Yemfa Kwasi Aboagye metna ho. E onua so ne pe so beka se Wejman Sweni me feel say me here on this side instead this time. And I say wa na wo se say adwuma yi wo to aso ye.
Ba ko mpesa me kan na me kan che secret ni Halifax ra me share na me ka say na no asem na ato National Film Authority for no.
Yo.
Ye mpesa bi ba mpesa Mark kra ya da me kan sa asem ni chero. Ye interview.
Me de say
ye mpesa sa asem no beto mu. Because ye mpesa 4 years na da mani mu no. Mo de kokwasa pe office. Ye say ye fa ha, ye sne ha. Embrano Esikohu minister na 4 years na so. Ya pass a bill no do. But say creative art agency na nkasa be adwuma no. Na akwa bibi na 4 years na be sinko.
Good. Me de say who in particular me that was for a purpose. Okra me can't make us guess what I won't chere da. Okay, guess.
I can't guess.
Me that was for a purpose. Most of the time me ba be interviewer. If you cry me I hear you say munya kasa na mo kan mo ahoden bia mo fa nkota ma ka chi ne impossible no. You've been saying it bill no must be passed. I don't know say we are law student in Sunti and I will appreciate it from that angle. But you often hear people who bash you as if who to me be and now I'm fine yeah say we. But you in particular title say okay the bill. That's why I say that industry for nyina everybody's input is important. Maybe you doing. Obia how you speak, how you remind us constructively. Baby obedu bia also ni obi a lobby helping us in the lobbying now. You step on our toes and say me wo finance you. Majority leader me wo fa o eti me no konanima ye ko pass ye ko ye budget wo fa kanofurata when in the area. Can we lobby? Be important, I understand. Because it could even happen that I'll not be the one sitting there. And then we say, Mark. At least I push it, I pass it bill. It doesn't mean I'll be the one sitting there. So whoever is going to come there, on the way here, the same support I'm making. So the industry must see it as our baby and not somebody's job. So that at the end of the day, there's a win-win. Will be our space, will be would benefit. As a mekono, meda industry for the support they've given to us in the 4 years. And now at Mama we are by according to Socrates, the film bill took over how many years?
20 years.
20 years as a film bill a passe. To Shakra manna just fell from heaven. Yendi I lucky. So it happened in 4 years. Minister Honorable Catherine Afiku ono started adi meda when drafted the first draft near beton akunu da kemo and the sumo ansana yeba.
But that's not true. Nyom starting na say you move start here building where juma
hefo
ndc for some year
na akunu mo ka ho yes na akunu mo ka ho
tina Catherine Afiku no mo starting
debi o kan say akunu da ke
yes. The same witnesses.
There also Catherine Afiku.
There be make Catherine Afiku. Me bo wie me sana.
One me problem.
So okay to the who divin.
Only bimbia. The man mentioned Catherine Afiku.
Yes.
That is why I said that it started from the NDC.
I never san call back and say.
I couldn't that NDC man, Pacho baby.
Oh, they can say Elizabeth.
Okay, Elizabeth for surgery.
Precision is important.
Okay.
Precision is important.
Okay.
So a lawyer accuracy.
Okay, accuracy. Okay, Honorable Elizabeth for surgery. See as well we need city cra.
Well, we need na Afiku Aluzu.
Yes, I see where we need the team now start saying the reason why my reason for not mentioning me name the actual people who worked on that draft.
But that's what common there.
Kunu there continuity no baby e could be a sanko even in our time. So I remember Kunu for it. And then Honorable Catherine Afiku, the first minister for your time. Yes. And then Honorable Barbara Otin Jesse. The beauty about me Barbara and say a lot of people, when they lose their seat, they get demotivated.
Hey, me time.
Yes, and they don't even follow up. But on no there, me text say now me catch and say, oh, yeah, sorry, say Abana said, then no, they bill time on in the communication say Monday, yeah, call bill no so back. Anyway, DHR, yes.
And she's still following up with the insurance.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Insurance. She's still following up.
Dr. Ziblim, or your one man. Yes. Okay. If I tell you what he's done on this bill, a lot of the times you don't mention him. Unfortunately, our position of or yeah, so a teacher ni, I do not outshine my boss. There be or yeah, how many or you're very ethical. If you deal with him, you will see that or very ethical. If you're not sure, na maba Antifrima, chief of staff. Imu ya dia ofrena ojina ho. Before I become president no onipa Jubilee House wo ojina ya chipa Antifrima. President nso fit 208 wedi na asem so. Say creative art momenta mechi na minya tumi a mesubune begina hama mo. The certificate of agency no, even the opposition to say then I do if here all of a sudden certificate of agency because a kind of pride nti na den baba ama ese na nya adwuma eti say anko yia indict no. Thank God first 4 years wetume di na asem so nti industry no to do more no is still an agenda. Only ehwamo we are all there. You will keep reminding him. Wofa Kanoforiata will keep reminding him. The minister Kwambeba, whether it is Santa Barbara and Nazi the blame Yenim Nipa Kwambeba. I do not know. You will keep reminding Ubia in this space. There's one person I can be Yefino, Makamaka Kojimi Blue Sufi. Because on also we're going to give him pressure. Wow, what down for Kwasi Ajiman. Oh, friend, he will be there. No afraid. No afraid. Tie anything. Was on the behind the voice of no afraid. Tie anything. Now I can be out okay. You're sharing your maybe make no cool phone call hard right. Sometimes trying pocket money or the best support. So media, mobile chi, mobile reminding. Na mobile chi. Ni no. I never saw them as a idea a negative. I saw them as reminders. I saw them as uni interest. Oba won pen on oba or kuchan hon kranya oya. True or false?
It depends.
Oh, hey, Arnold. Okay, explain.
DJ Wanyo.
Arnold, explain.
Allah.
Me time na so ya for mark yanko
that say na mo interest wade ne ye ni munti enu nti na aya na mo mayen query aya na mo ka na ha mo amoka eti for more no mo nko ne sa ye da mase
questions
bra
we time
no I had them kakra ye manika kakra. The president in making the appointment is to have regard to the expertise, knowledge and experience of the person in matters relating to the creative art industry. Na kwesi sa hanum kakrewa hu. Sa enema kata ya boboso no. It's been the biggest issue abedavo industry for so many years. Having experienced leaders, people who have the expertise, the ability to be able to be there and provide proper expertise and knowledge. And on actually industry now so you have so much of informal personalities who always want to be like.
What's the meaning of that? Informal personalities.
Well, you may understand it in a different.
Informal expertise.
Na one at all the time no one person professor one be and penufua.
My time
until for me I need some say bill finally Kwasi yet me a pass. I think that Niaka actually a better we the LI, the legislative instrument, and no, and I said the market kind the staircase sad document even Nantoso. Na and no near bomb pies and also make on a mechaniciana, na amwa maybe be unquan. For us, I think some marker. Messi, I do we say by before elections are Uncle Niji Sam Casepa. Now so yes, but now because what it means is that Sabre yet telling me before 20 I copy Sabre. We have a lot to do. Na enya de betumi aba hanum 2023 as creative art persons many circuit and now obi bia o kasama MPP ye betumi aba betanum bium ne aba beka about creative art bill and now aba kasa about theaters and now whatever it is and no say ye ni no has been enshrined into the document the aka and say de kure be adwuma ne etumi apa aye adwuma ma adwuma na ye there's so much to do. So much. So much.
Arnold will see me for research and research and development.
Exactly.
And Pacho, Prince Boachi say back one say that's the former PRO for Ministry of Tourism.
Prince, yes.
Yeah, was sending back and say please acknowledge Dr. Joel Son.
And Dr. Song.
Yeah, Dr. Song. I say a former director and later chief director at the ministry. He worked so passionately on the bill.
I'm Pamka because the chief directors, we say, call on, you have 4 chief directors. Dr. Song, Nana the first, and now Dr. Song, and now Alaji to John now. It's all the chief directors in the 4 years. Because one of them are Kwasi minister where is this? In 4 years, 4 chief directors.
Can you imagine?
Oriented answer. It's all the chief directors, Ministry of Tourism, Art and Culture.
Okay.
Yeah, that must say.
May I say, Michael Craig, just quickly, me can be about you and my microphone. No one can sound for and your fair. So, yeah, point I call. Michael Craig is the organizer of Ghana DJ Awards. So, VJ, how far now?
All right, so Vijay, I know he may be listening because this is, the show that, everybody listens on a Saturday. I want to apologize sincerely for my inability to, give it to you, to give to him. But I'm going to make sure that, the Ghana Music Awards UK guys, they are definitely taking it. That time they Charlie, pressure day. So my apologies and thanks for the platform.
You're welcome, my dear. That's DJ Mercury and our technical. Well, so Brenda, so yentimi Yapon, Yabreno, Kokra.
Kwasi ukwada brunya. Yawada be brunya.
Ukwada nye brunya. Yawada nye brunya.
And Friday ana.
Who can kwada yawada.
And if you ada yawada Friday birthday brunya. Na nesa hunti etiefo na obi bia wotie na yamame oba pecha UK no bia yamamu na Merry Christmas and many happy returns.
Okay.
DJ Boyanyum.
Nonsense. And so in Halifax and Sado. I'm sure you can catch him up on Monday from 10 to 12.